Hello, and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM, Blake Peebles, and here's your cast. Remember when I said that every single time? I think I'm trying to get back into that. Okay, well.
How's that working?
It felt good. I liked it.
Does that feel good?
It felt,
like
felt nostalgic. I'm in the wrong room for it, so it feels a little weird to just not be looking at you guys when I say it, but, you know, here we are. What's up? We're playing D&D. Before we get into it, a couple of announcements. The first one, a huge thank you to Ricky, Sarah, and everyone else in that D&D group for getting me this beautiful baby. It's a stream deck. I can do cool things now, like this. None of you guys heard that, but chat sure did.
Was it the Opla button?
Yeah, I can make Lanky Kong say Opla whenever I want now.
We're gonna get copyright struck by Nintendo.
Valuable use of real estate on the stream deck.
Yeah, like however many images I have, one of them is just Opla. But I can like do that, and now I'm in my D&D tab. Look at that, it's very cool. And also there's a picture of Elril on here. Gonna be hard to see, but yeah.
You know, the favoritism is getting a little.
There's also a picture of Thuvius and a picture of Karasu. Sorry, Finn and Nate, I haven't found a use for your guys' yet, but I will.
Wow.
So you hate men of a certain age, and you hate children.
Isn't Finn be right back?
Orphans.
No, Karasu's be right back. Finn is stream ending, which we don't use anymore because we raid people. But
oh yeah.
Nate is the head of the rules down below. If you scroll down right now, everybody, you can see the rules segment, and Nate is there. So
the rules.
Yeah.
The rules.
I opened up Twitch to check out the stream, and I got a notification. This is not a channel I follow, but apparently Brendan Urie is playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know that. I didn't need to know that in my life. But I know that now.
Why do you think I'm brushing my hair?
Why would you?
BRB guys, I can't stream tonight. I've got something else to do.
Important things I gotta go do.
Other announcements include, remember that promise I made last week?
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna eat this Twix. I got this Twix over here.
Dang it, didn't get a Twix. No, I got a little sidetracked with some other work, but I am getting on it. I have 3 videos filmed, and one of them has to go out next week, otherwise I'm gonna have to refilm it, because I make a joke about Tasha's Cauldron not being out, and it's gonna be if I take too long, so.
Tasha's coming out that soon?
Yeah, it's coming out real soon.
I'm hyped.
No.
But yeah, it'll be there, and I have...
I mean, is it...
Yeah?
No, I waited a second too long, so the joke wouldn't land.
Now we're here, so we gotta do it anyway.
It was gonna be, is her cauldron, like, multi-purpose? Or can you just boil things in it?
That was fun.
Well, it's a cauldron of everything.
It is a cauldron of everything, so multi-purpose.
Assume it would be multi-purpose.
It was like a kitchen,
I liked it.
Joke.
I liked it.
It's gonna go back to this.
They will come out soon. The next one I'm doing is ranking rogues, the rogue subclasses, because I did a ranking classes video, and a lot of people watched it, even though all the comments are like, this ranking video sucks, so I'm gonna do it again. And yeah, some exciting stuff in the future. Sky High, but it's fantasy. You're damn right, Evan. Anybody else have any announcements before we jump into this thing here? No?
Yeah.
I'm just scared.
We're in a bit of a rough spot. That is true.
Bit of a pickle.
All right. No other announcements? Cool.
Nope.
No.
Sweet. Then I will send us over to the Mystical Intrigue Zone by clicking a button on this stream deck, and the music changed. God, this shit rules. Michael Evan says your hair looks great, and that is his announcement.
Thank you, Evan. I wasn't fishing for that.
Anyway, last we left off, our brave heroes to be, I guess would be the right word to say, had made some enemies in 2 individuals named Pell and Mel. One a laughing anime boy, one a buff anime lady. These 2 have kidnapped a friend of our heroes to be. icy stag boy named Elias, who lives in the forest outside their hero school. And as they were planning a heist to go rescue Elias, they were caught by Captain Sheena, the head of their campus guard. Septin, after some coercion, made it very clear to Sheena what the situation was, and the two of them went to go try to fix things. But meanwhile, Una and Shandi were hiding from the guards that were looking for them, and came across two guards acting rather strangely. As those guards turned around, they saw that they were being possessed through the weird candy possession magic that Mel, one of their enemies, is so capable of using. And as they turned around, they were surrounded. 4 guards all around. Also happening at the same time, Tern and Tether were up in the roof of the Tower of Study, pretending to study while actually just keeping a lookout for the rest of their friends. As things started going strange all around the campus, their supervisor, Elitha Veerwarden, their academics instructor, left to go find out what was going on, and almost instantly after she did, Pell, the Magma Brawler, came bursting through the ceiling, and the two of them began to run away. And back down on the ground, Septin and Sheena parted ways, and moments afterward, the lake exploded to reveal 8 giant eel heads writhing about in anger that might have been caused by throwing some magic candy in the lake earlier that day.
We'll never know.
Wait, who would, Blake, you must be mistaken, who would do that?
Who would do that? Was it
Who would do that in
you guys?
in Who Would Let Them?
Was it you guys who did that? Maybe. So
Maybe not all of us.
Septin is alone, facing down a giant eel head.
Hell yeah!
Una and Shandi are surrounded by candied guards, and where we will start tonight, up at the top of the tower, Tether and Tern are making a break for it as Pell the Magma Brawler said, "Run, it'll make it more fun." You have a question?
Wait, so it's a single eel head?
There's 8 of them, but only one of them is focused on
Oh.
Septin. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're looking
man.
for love. That's their journey.
I was hoping I was gonna 1v8.
Yeah.
Dude, you're barely gonna be able to 1v1!
Nah, I got this.
I can listen, I have map tool up. I could just throw all of them in there for you if you want, but...
I mean, I can't actually see on map tool.
What map are you guys on map tool?
The woods.
We're on
the
the
clearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
when we're all down.
Oh, you know what? I always forget I have to do this and give you ownership of your fucking tokens. Cats 2020, there you go.
Yep. Thank you.
Una, there you
I
go.
think I have ownership of Septin's token.
On that map you do.
Oh, it's map.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was map specific.
Yeah, unfortunately. It might be a setting I can do. And PL, your last name. There's that. Cool. So, I could just do this. As we zoom in on that there thing. So the way this is gonna work, I'm just gonna throw it out there before we jump into it because it is a little confusing. Is we're gonna be switching back and forth more or less round by round between the 3 different actions that's going on. We're gonna start with you 2 and give you a scenario, and then you have everybody else's turns to figure out what you want to do in that scenario, and then you tell me what you do, and then I give you another scenario. Cool.
Are we allowed to talk, or are we two autonomous beings who can't talk?
You can. I mean, I'd prefer if you didn't talk over combat, but you can communicate with each other. Yeah.
Just Snapchat.
Yeah. All right. So as Pell bursts through the ceiling directly behind you, you find yourself running out of the door. Your chase breaks out down the lounge stairs into a narrow and dimly lit stone hallway that curves downwards and to the left. There are 3 doors along this hallway, one immediately to the left, one to the right about 20 feet, and one final one at the very end of the hallway that you know leads into the central stair area of the tower. There are sconces lining either wall with Magitech lighting fixtures. It's just it's an enchanted metal rod that gives off sort of a bright flame-like golden glow. And the whole hallway is carpeted with one long tailor-made red carpet with gold trim. Sorry, I just need to put this here. Judging by her athleticism and the speed at which she has chased you in the past, you know that she is faster than you. So I am just going to ask for you to think about how you want to get out of the situation. I've structured sort of a chase mechanic. There's going to be different phases of this chase. If she catches up with you, if you do better than her, create obstacles, better for you. Cool. I'm going to switch this over to here, because that's the thing I can do. I wasn't ready to go into combat right away. I should have. I've been sitting here for fucking 15 minutes doing nothing, being like, "Oh, it's almost time to stream," and then I didn't do any of the things I was supposed to do. Cool. Okay, so we find our way over towards Una and Shandi, as you are being surrounded by 3 similarly dressed soldiers and one with a big bow slung over her shoulder. They all have lollipops in their mouths, and they're all shambling towards you as one would were they a puppet. Why don't you go ahead and roll for initiative, you two? You were able to just do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I realize I don't have to ask you in this. Okay. So, what's gonna happen first is this Candied Ranger, as I'm calling this character, is going to take 2 steps over to here, pull out her longbow, and take a shot at each of you. The one towards Shandi is a 5.
No.
Yep. The one towards Una is significantly better than that. It's a 23.
Of course it is.
Yes, it is. You are going to take 6 points of piercing damage as this here arrow just into your arm. Shandi, you're up.
Okay. Let me just measure something real quick. Perfect. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my stinger charge. Can I get both of them? Are they in enough of a line that counts?
Yeah, I'll call that a line.
Okay. So I can use my stinger charge, make an attack 30 feet in a line. Any creature hit is dragged. Standard damage plus 1d4 poison.
Cool. So make your
at the end
attack
of each turn.
on the first. On your
First
on the
boy. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Cool. Damage for him first, or
Yeah, just
second?
roll the damage and then we'll drag and yeah.
Okay. 1 physical damage. Oh wait, no, sorry. 6 physical damage. 3 poison damage. I forgot to add anything to that.
Cool. All right, and
then
he is dragged down to here. You
Yep.
follow. Yeah, we'll put him here. Whatever.
And next one's gonna be a 16 to hit.
16 is enough to hit. She is significantly less armored than these guys. The 3 of them have chainmail on. She is just wearing leather armor.
Okay. So damage for this one is. It's gonna be 7 physical, 3 poison.
Cool.
And then each of them, until they succeed a DC 13 con save, are going to take a d4 poison damage at the start of their turn.
Perfect. All right, anything else from you?
That's going to be everything from me.
Cool. Una.
Cool. Gonna go to these, in between these 2.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try to hit Candied shoulder. Candied shoulder, number 1.
Candied shoulder.
Yeah. That's 11.
11, not gonna be enough to hit.
Oh. So I try again. That's 21.
21 absolutely will hit. Yeah.
With a dagger. So much damage. 4!
4 damage. Cool. As you sink the dagger into sort of an exposed bit of upper arm where the chain shirt comes out from under his pauldron. Cool.
That's it.
And it is the soldier's turn. We'll start with the one that takes how much damage?
1d4, so let me... yeah.
I can just roll it.
Okay.
2 poison damage. And then is going to just sort of lurch. Nah, he's just gonna swing at you. Not exactly the most intelligent individual right now. Sort of bring his spear down towards your neck. Yee. That is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, thought it might. 6 points of piercing damage. As you sort of duck out of the way a little bit, but it gets to sort of the back of you. This one's gonna try to stab you. They're both gonna try to stab you with their spears, because that's what they do. The first one is a 6 to hit. The second one is a 19 to hit. So that's 3 points of piercing damage to you. Cool. Then... Sorry. We're gonna do something interesting.
No.
Bada boom! We're here now.
Lake and eel.
Giant eel coming out of the lake at you.
Septin!
I can't.
You're real.
I can't see it.
You
I just.
So small.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Oh, pff, we're fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's very big. And you're there. These two dark things are just big heaps of mud that came up when the eels exploded up out of the water. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative for me?
Initiative. Oh, wait.
Cool. You are up first. Go ahead.
Let's see what this distance here is. 25 feet. Yeah, I'll be fine. Blake, should I do it? What do you think?
It is up to you if you want to do it now or save it for later. I told you what'll happen if you save it for later.
Let's do it. I'm gonna run right up. I'm gonna get right up on there. Bonus action. I'm gonna use my. We didn't give it a name. You just called it a shadowy rage.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose that's what it is. Septin's gonna kind of shift. Shadows are gonna come out around him. Blake, do you want to describe it? This was
Sure.
your thing.
As it's our thing, Peter.
Of course, yes, of course.
As Septin rushes up, a dark shadow passes over his face. Sort of hunches over and he gets close to the eel and it just sort of looks confusedly down at him. As these shadows begin to swirl up from the ground, swirling around Septin's entire form, till they coalesce at his back, where two wings made out of shadow just burst from his back. As he looks up, you can see his eyes now glow red. The shadows have encapsulated almost his entire body, forming into massive draconic claws, and a deep hissing roar just emanates from around him. Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna take a strike with them claws.
Go for it.
Let's see what we can do. Ooh, it's not great. That's a 7.
A 7. A 7 is not enough to hit, unfortunately.
Oof.
This thing's huge, but like that's a bad roll. So,
Yeah. Something isn't really used to this.
yeah.
Doesn't do this very often.
Septin's also not really thinking anymore.
Nope.
All right, eel is gonna go. The eel is taken aback slightly by this, but is gonna decide it doesn't give a shit and try to slam its face on you. Because that's how this guy attacks.
Did you not 20?
No, I not one.
Oh, good. That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so what happened is you
It
slashed
died.
upwards with your claws, and it just sort of like pulled its head back, and then reared straight back down at you and tried to slam its body on you. But your claws were still up, so it just impales itself on your claws. Go ahead and roll the damage from your claws.
Dope. 12.
12 damage. Cool.
Oh, I was waiting to see that health bar. I'm disappointed.
There's 8 heads, dude! don't think you're out of the woods yet!
I'm fine. I only see one on the map.
That's because there's a hidden option, Peter. Your turn again.
Oh, what?
We're doing 2 turns for you. Yeah, because there's 2 combatants, so it'll take 3.
All right, then we're gonna take another little slash.
All right.
A little slasheroony. See if we do better this time. That's gonna be a 16.
A 16 does hit. This thing is massive. It's not hard to hit.
Ooh. And that's gonna be a 14.
A 14 damage. Yeah, as you slash up, the just sheer necrotic energy rips across, like, not even from just where you slash, but across its entire body. There's just these sort of shadowy flames that race across. Cool. Its turn. It's gonna try to eat you.
Cool.
Sheena go?
Sheena's not here. Sheena went in a different direction.
You know, Chelsea, I too thought Sheena was with me.
At the very end, Sheena said, "You go get your people, I'll go get mine," and left.
Like and I were talking about this encounter before the game started, and I thought Sheena was with me.
You know,
not.
it's 2 against 1, Blake. I'm pretty sure you know that.
I think the VOD will rule with me.
Yeah.
It's an 11 to hit, so I think you're good.
11 does not hit.
Yeah.
No.
He did a lot of damage, just gotta hit you. Alright, anyway,
I don't have much health.
We will now swap back over, boom, to the Goon Squad. You're up in the tower. How's it going?
It's going well. We just thought we'd vibe with her and just be like, hey,
Is that
what's
the
your
plan?
damage? Like, hey, like, let's just sit down and
Hey,
have a
what's
nice
your
conversation.
12d6.
Hello. How are you today?
Is that the real plan?
No.
Okay.
No.
Probably not. All right. I'm gonna turn and start running.
Me too.
We're gonna head for the center door. I'm gonna pull out the grasshopper that Tether lent me earlier. I'm gonna chomp half of it off, and I'm gonna cast jump on myself.
Okay.
On just yourself? Oh, yeah.
Cast one at a time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay. And while he does that, I'm also running with him, and behind me, I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Cool.
To make that entire area behind us difficult terrain.
Awesome.
Of, how big is it again? I have it on here.
You just do it, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're in sort of a liminal space where space doesn't matter as much right now, so you cast Entangle.
Sounds good.
You get up to the door, you open it, and it is the liquor closet for the lounge.
Well, I thought it was the one that stairs downstairs.
Oh, the central door. Okay. I thought you meant, like, of the 3 doors, the center one.
Yeah, the center one's the one that goes downstairs, right? Isn't that what you said earlier?
The one in the center of the hall, which is the 3rd door. We're talking about the same door. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You run towards that. You run to the end. You whip it open. You find yourself out in the middle as you cast Entangle behind you. Pell runs forward, stomps her foot on the ground, and lava just emerges up from around her foot and burns through your entanglement, and she runs through unimpeded. But she has not caught up to you because it took her a second to do that. You are now in the main stairway portion of the tower. Countless staircases crisscross back and forth along the center of the tower like a honeycomb. After 2 days of navigating this tower, it's still well nigh impossible to tell which stairs lead to which level of the tower. What is clear is that the tower is split into 10 distinct levels, not including the lounge level you're on right now, each with a landing protected by a railing and covered in doors that lead into various rooms, most of which you have not been in yet. The stairway down from the lounge leads to the 8th floor. It's a very long staircase, and it's headed pretty much directly down and across. All right, we will take it back. Yeah, do with that what you will. We will take it back to the mess hall. There you go. You should be able to see the mess hall, and you chat should be able to see the mess hall. Cool. All right, the ranger, she is going to, at the top of her turn, take 4 points of damage. Cool, and then she is going to take 2 steps over here and shoot you pretty point blank with 2 shots from her longbow. I dropped my dice. The first is a 15 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
And the second is less than that significantly, so I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Cool. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as you duck under one arrow, but straight into another arrow. She's gonna make a save to try to not be poisoned anymore. It's a 2. She's still poisoned. Your turn, Sean B.
I have a question, because I sort of just copy-pasted some of... I can just keep using the stinger attack, right? Or is it like a...
You get a once per day stinger attack. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that's kind of overpowered, if not.
That's one
okay, I'm in that case, I'm... Okay, I'm going to second wind first.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Ooh, uh-oh. Cool. That's 5 hit points back.
Cool. Hey, something.
And then I'm going to attack Candied Soldier 3.
Cool, go for it.
Oh, that might not hit. 13 to hit?
13 is not enough to hit the chainmail guy, no.
Alright. That's it for me then.
Alright, at this point, the door to the balcony of the mess hall is going to open up. And out runs... Somebody actually, neither of you know, probably. An elven, half-elven woman with brown hair carrying just a giant pile of sweet treats. They look to be like large pies and confectionery delights. Runs out and says, here! And just throws 2 of them down onto the ground. They land here. Okay, well that's not gonna fucking work, is it? Sweet map tool. That's the one thing about map tool I don't like is drawings. It's not very good. But I can do this. 1 lands here. 1 lands here. She says, they have some healing properties. Give them hell. Una, your turn.
Thanks, Nalera.
Wow.
Yeah, Nalera is up here.
Okay. I'm gonna keep hitting the one that I've already injured.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. I don't know what that is. What's an unnatural 20?
No.
You're the one who wanted it gone, Blake.
Sometimes you have to embrace the mess, you know?
I don't want to say it. It's not Una's vibe, and it gets me out of character. Or 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Bada bing, bada booey. You know what they say. Anything else, Stormia?
And then I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Alright.
And get that candy or
Alright.
sweet.
It's like a pie. Like, you know the sweet rolls from Skyrim?
Yeah.
Sort of like that.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And to eat it would be another action,
That
so...
would, yeah. Well, it'd be a bonus action to eat it, but you can pick
Okay,
it
so I'll
up.
do that. I halves now.
You can eat one of those in less than 6 seconds.
Just slurp it down.
Have you seen those like competitive like hot
Yeah.
dog eating contests?
Exactly. Just
Because they just water it down and just.
Oh, I hate when they
I
dunk it
believe,
in the water.
I believe the term is glizzy guzzling.
ah.
That's right. I've heard of that phrase
I
before.
believe that is the term. I hate it, but that's the term.
The candied soldier is going to take 4 points of damage from the poison, and then is going to make a spear strike on you, Winfield. That is a 13 to hit Sean D.
Nope.
Cool. Misses. It is not going to take a Constitution save it's not going to try to clear its poison because its brain is gone. Brain gone. No brain. Goodbye. All right.
No brain. Bye-bye.
Septin.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Get it.
Let's take a slash. It's been going well,
Okay.
I believe.
Slash him up.
16.
16 does hit.
All right.
Aren't you a bard? Just seduce it.
Well, not exactly a bard right now, unfortunately.
11.
11 points of damage. Don't know why I pulled out a pen. That is not what I needed. Cool. It is going to try to eat you again, because, you know, that's sort of what it's got going for it.
Num num num.
Okay.
The roll, Blake. Share with the class.
I rolled a 14.
It does not hit.
Cool. Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take another swing. Ooh, wow, that is a 22. So,
Yeah.
gonna hit.
Eh.
Gonna roll 11.
11 damage. Dude, it's trying so hard to eat you.
I'm gonna take my counter down to 6 remaining.
Cool.
6 turns remaining.
Good. Thank you for keeping track of that. 'Cause
Oh yeah, I'm keeping track. Don't worry. Don't worry.
This is a 21. Yeah, so that's gonna get you.
Oh, well,
That's
I'm
for
gonna
sure
die in
gonna
one
get
hit.
you. It's possible.
I'm gonna die in one hit.
It's
Not great.
possible.
You are going to take 20 points of damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Yeah, and it's gonna swallow you.
Cool.
Get in there.
Rip Septin.
Get in my belly.
Fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
What
Dang, I
horrible
love-
music to be playing at this moment. Switch it.
Actually, Septin's gonna wake up in hell, and he's gonna make a deal.
You
Don't
know,
worry.
I don't think Septin can make any more deals. Septin's already made a couple of deals.
All right, Una. Oh wait, no, wait. It's the other guys. It's Chase Boys. All right, Chase Boys. What's the plan?
Alright, I'm going to eat the other half of the grasshopper, and I'm going to say, why does casting spells taste so terrible? And then I'm going to cast Jump on Tether.
And Tether's gonna say, but I gave you my tastiest one.
I take it back! And then we plan to use Jump to navigate from staircase to staircase much quicker.
All right. Cool.
So we just start leaping.
Yeah, just.
Leaping lizards.
You go ahead and jump off. Why don't you all make either an athletics or an acrobatics check? You're just to see how effectively you make it from staircase to staircase. You have jump, so it's going to be a lower DC, but I'd like
got
to.
Can I guide you, Phoenix?
Felix?
Felix.
It would
Felix-
take your action from this turn,
It would, yeah.
unless you want
mean,
to use
like-
it for something else.
I mean, like, the only, like, real action I have is, negated by, like, lava boots, so...
You could also dash,
Oh,
or
true.
try to throw something in the way. Well, I don't know what you would do. Sure, but if you'd like to, of course.
Never
Won't say
mind.
no.
Never mind.
Alright, fine. It's up to you.
Okay.
Cool.
I rolled a 16.
14.
16 and 14. Okay. Yeah, you jump your way off. With surprising height, speed, and accuracy. You jump off of this staircase onto another staircase, sort of turn around and jump back down the other way. You've gone down 3 different staircases, but now you have no idea where they lead, because they don't lead just chronologically upwards. You're just in the midst of this catacomb of staircases. You hear a thud directly above you as looks like she did the exact same thing and is now jumping from staircase to staircase after you. From the staircase above you, however, you see it begin to glow red like the roof above you did last time before she magma punched her way directly through it. I mean, yeah, the scenario is the same. Lots of staircase. You can go up to a floor, hard to say exactly which one, or down to what looks to be like sort of a central hub of, like, in the center of the room, where a bunch of different staircases are going different directions. So I leave that with you, and we make our way back on over to the place with the mess hall. All right, the Candied Ranger is going to take 2 points of damage.
I'm still at Lake and Eel.
Yeah, that's my bad. There you go.
Thank you.
Like an eel.
She takes 2 points of poison damage, and then she's gonna just knock 2 more arrows right into you. The first one will definitely hit. That is a flaccid 20.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I think, will miss 12.
Yep, that misses.
Yeah. So first one hits you for woofy doofy 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, you are. Cool. And I will put you as... That's the wrong one. I always put a fucking X over you. I don't mean to do that. All right, you are down. Make a death save.
Ooh, 3. Uh-oh.
That's a fail. Uno, you're up.
I'm gonna nom nom my sweet roll.
1d4 plus Constitution modifier heal.
Cool. What is my constitution? Basic. Cool. So much better. No. Alright, I'm gonna see. Man. Let me see here. Perfect. I'm gonna see Shandi fall down. And
Like he's sleeping. He's not even bleeding, dude.
Yeah.
right, but
I just got real scared and passed out.
Yeah, an arrow hit him in
Yeah.
the chest, and then he passed out for unrelated reasons.
yeah, but okay. Still he down. Can I grab the other one
Sure.
and reach him in the same movement?
I mean, how much movement do you got?
I've got 25.
Yeah, you're good.
So swiper, no swipey, and then can I feed him?
Yep, that is an action.
Shove it.
Shove
Yeah.
a sweet roll in there.
All right, 1d4 plus con mod there.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, a hefty 2 hit points.
Hey, you're not dead anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's your bonus action and your action.
Yeah. No, wait. Because I moved.
You ate and then you fed.
8 and fed.
So bonus action eat, action feed.
Got it. Then, okay, bye.
Some movement.
Can I? Yeah, I can't. Well, no.
But there is
But
a
I
guy
would've-
right up on you, yeah.
Yeah. And I used all of my movement to get over, actually.
Yeah, you're small, forgot. All right,
Yeah,
Candied Soldier number 3 is gonna take some poison damage. 4. Cool. And it is then gonna, take a swipe at Una. Cool. So,
And
it rolled a natural 1, and what's gonna happen is, Shandi, as you wake up, sorry, we'll take it a step back. As you were knocked unconscious, you took an arrow poof, to the chest. You sort of threw your arms out, and your stinger flew across the field to behind the Candied Soldier number 3. As you wake up, You instinctively sort of reach your arms out, and mysteriously your stinger zooms, pops back into your hand. As it does so, it sort of slides past the candied soldier number 3, and he'll take, what's your damage dice on that?
It's 1d6. Are we adding my modifiers?
Nah, just the damage dice.
Okay, plus 3 poison though on that.
Cool. As it pops into your hand, you are confused, because that has never happened to you before.
The first time that's happened.
See.
This one is gonna 5, 10, 15. That's as far as it can go. 5, 10, 15. And at the end of the round, Nalari is gonna throw down 2 more sweet treats. You do notice, as she throws down the sweet treats, the candied soldiers do turn their gaze to them.
No, they don't.
Oh, they sure do.
But she said they didn't.
Blake, I have a lot of bad news.
You do?
One, I didn't roll a death save at that last turn.
It's okay.
2, I am back to being Septin if I'm unconscious.
I know.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
Don't worry, I know.
All right.
So we're just gonna look at this map a little bit,
Here we are.
and then we're gonna see something mysterious happen. Don't worry, I had this planned.
I heard both. As I scrolled out, Phoenix and I both. I heard Phoenix scroll out as well.
Did I get spat?
No. A purple veil appears. Nobody sees this, but I'll say it for the audience. A purple veil appears over this area, and a wet and mucky Septin slumps unconsciously out.
And mucky.
Make a death.
Septin or dark Septin?
And gushy.
Normal Septin.
Cool.
Make a death save for me.
Cool. Should I make the one from last turn too?
You wouldn't have had to make one last turn.
I thought when you went down you had to make a death save.
No, it's on your next turn.
Didn't Winfield just have to?
Yeah, because he had another turn.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
He
All
died
right.
before his turn that round.
Nope. Fail.
Cool.
Do I have to make another one because we're doing 2 rounds here?
Now that you're dying, probably not.
All right.
We'll skip away. We will head back on over to the Chase Boys. Chase Boys, how's it going?
I think well, John, I think the plan here is we choose to jump to the central hub of stairs, and when we get there, Tether is gonna sneeze, and when she sneezes, spores just out from under her, and I cast Fog Cloud to cover our escape to go to a random direction.
Cool. Yeah, you jump on down to that central hub. There's the music. And you do your sneeze for the fog cloud. She is going to make an investigation check at disadvantage to try to figure out where you went. Yikes. She does not figure out where you went. You guys get advantage.
Advantage on...
The chase. On the chase.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a chase system going on right now. Yeah, you are... For now, you seem to have lost her as you run up onto a floor. There are 3 doors, as well as a staircase leading upwards. I'm gonna let you pick which door you want to go in, or if you want to go up the staircase.
You said there's 3 doors and a staircase going upwards?
Yeah.
Pick number 3, my lord.
Tern, do you want to roll the d4, or shall I?
I mean, you could make a check to find out what the immediate danger seems to be gone. She's yelling in the middle of the room, sort of swinging wildly through the fog cloud. She's not directly behind you anymore, so you have a bit of a chance to catch your breath if you like.
Yeah, I don't know here. The central hub. This is like halfway down the tower or something. Halfway down the staircase.
A little less than halfway down, but yeah. What you do know about the central hub is that you never go to it in order to go to the study room. It's always directly above you on the staircase up to the study room.
So what type of check are you talking about? Are we talking about like investigate?
Yeah,
or
you
talking
can make an investigation to
see
get some
what's
clues
behind the
about
doors,
or you
or-
could just open the doors. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do here. The world is your oyster. Or should I say 3 doors and a staircase are your oyster.
What's the closest door?
Closest door, you want to swing it open.
Yeah.
The first door leads to what seems to be an aviary. There are 4 cages of birds, just hanging in the 4 corners. A large window opening over towards the lake where you can see a lot of eels. And the guards all fighting several eel heads. One of them seems weirdly content, however. There's also a trapdoor in the center of this room.
A trapdoor. How far from the ground are we at this point?
You're pretty far up still.
Okay.
Your best guess is like 7th-ish floor.
All right. I'm gonna then, if I have time, I'm gonna run forward and check out that trapdoor.
Cool, you open it and you look down into a very familiar room. This is the study room, the one where you have your classes in.
Tether, I found a study room.
Okay, let's go down.
I didn't know there was the birds right above the study room. Who would have thought about that?
We can next time we have class, we can go say hi.
Close the doors behind us. Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Oh yeah, I'll close them.
Quietly.
I will. Do you think I have time to cast Speak with Animals, or we should do
No.
that later? Okay.
Later.
Okay.
As you sort of creak open 2 doors, you can tell she knows where you are, and the stomping is heading in your direction again.
Whoa.
The study room, it says you left it. As you look down, many chairs, a battle map spread over a large table, and a big sort of blackboard. Yep, and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
As you look down into the study room. All right. The ranger goes first, as always. She's going to take 2 points of poison damage. She's going to run over to this candy and eat it. And heal a little bit. Really not that much. Really not. That was sure a 1. What's your con modifier?
7.
3. Well, 1. Yeah, 1. So she heals for 2. So she didn't take any poison damage this turn. Shandi, you're up.
Okay. I am going to attack the ranger.
All right.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
20. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And that is gonna be 14 damage.
Yep, that's enough. As you
Okay.
as you drive the bee stinger like through her chest, the lollipop falls out of her mouth. Her eyes go cold, and she is dead.
All right.
You can grab the roll if you want. You died, so.
Yeah, I'll pick up. I guess is that a bonus action to pick up that last sweet roll?
To eat it, yeah.
Oh, to eat it is?
Yeah, it's like a potion.
Okay, cool. I'll eat that roll then.
Cool.
It's what, a D4 plus Constitution?
4 plus con.
3 more health.
Okay.
Hey,
Una,
it helps.
you're up.
Alright, this boy, number 3. Oh no, that's a 7.
It's a 7. You
So,
miss.
yeah.
You sure miss.
Yeah. And then a 10.
A 10
Fuck.
does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 2 misses. It's gonna attack you. Well, actually, no, it dies of poison first. Because it has 1 HP, so actually you're fine.
I shouldn't have even bothered
Yeah,
with him, damn it.
Probably not. As it, like, reaches up its spear, the lollipop just falls out of its mouth and it topples backwards.
Hey, I don't know about your stinger thing. I don't know.
All right, this one's gonna up to Shandi. This one's gonna up to Una. Shandi, you're first with a spear attack to you. That's a 10 to hit. Woo! What
Nope.
a miss. And Una.
It's a 27.
It's a natural one! So,
Ah!
this dice is fucking me tonight. I've rolled 3 natural ones on this thing. I'm gonna switch to a different one. Something interesting is gonna happen, actually,
Oh, no.
as it
No.
sort of swings its spear directly towards you. You take your dagger, and you sort of knock it off to the side, but it gets stuck in the side of the spear, and gets wrenched out of your hands. As it continues to, like, sort of stumble towards you, though, with the momentum, you hold out your hand, and you hear close your eyes out of bracing for impact, and you hear sort of like a sickening squelch, as its neck is now impaled on a pure white sort of knife made out of energy you're holding in your hand. Why don't you roll dagger damage for me?
Oh, yeah! It's regular dagger, right?
Yeah.
Nothing fancy. 5.
5. Once again, this isn't what usually happens. You've never done this before. Cool. You do notice it was white going in. As you pull it out, it is black.
Cool.
Cool. Hey, Septin, make that save for me. We're not even gonna go over to your map.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy.
18, that's a success.
Success. All right, we're gonna do another round here because it's quick and easy. Shandi. Oh no, sorry. She throws down her 2 more sweet treats. She tries to get them behind you guys. That's fucking horribly positioned. Looks like a shrimp though. All right. Yeah. Shandi, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna eat that treat next to me
Cool. Yum yum yum.
real quick, like, for 5 more hit points.
Cool.
And then I'm going to attack the boy in front of me,
Sounds good.
Candied Soldier, the first.
Sounds good.
That's gonna be 17 to hit.
17 will hit. Yeah.
Cool. And that's gonna be 6 piercing damage, 3 poison damage.
Nice. Bada bing, as you sort of lop off a good chunk of his shoulder and with it, his pauldron.
Sweet.
Una, you are now holding your short sword in one hand and your glowy energy knife in the other.
She's. Oh my gosh. Okay. She just a little. Shandi! Oh, right. No! Too excited! It's another 10
Another 10. Yep. In fact, too excited as you sort of whiff with your short sword.
for the sword. But. Okay, a 19 for my new friend.
19 with your cool shimmery dagger does in fact hit.
Yeah. Jabba. 2 points.
2 points. Not much, but the damage is done. This time, goes in black, comes out white.
Whoa.
Cool. Let's take it over to Chase, boys. What's the plan?
Chase boys.
What is the plan here? Obviously, when they get down into the classroom and continue running.
Easy enough. Sure, yeah. You still have jump active, so I don't think the jump is gonna hurt you. So you sort of
Triple.
land in the classroom, and from here you do know the way out because you come into this classroom a couple times. You sort of just like go out into the center, then take a bank back down under yourselves more or less, and it's just a straight shot down to the ground floor. So as you run in that direction, you hear explosions and yells of anger coming from behind you. But also mysteriously, you hear squawking and the fluttering of wings, and the anger turns to fear. Fear's not the right word. It's less of like, I'm gonna get you, and more like, what the fuck? As you hear what sounds like a bunch of birds attacking your pursuer.
You're right, Phoenix. I didn't have to waste my last spell slot to ask the birds to kill a distractor.
I just sort of had a feeling they just seemed like those sort of birds. Actually, I had
It
no
seemed like
idea.
those kind of birds.
I'm very confused.
So the score at the end of the chase is 1-3. You guys have two turns to go wherever you want to go right now, before she can even do anything at you.
We should try and get outside. I can turn into a tree, and she'll never know it was me.
And I.
Still running.
Yeah, you're out at this point. Chase done. You've
right.
made it down to the bottom floor. You throw open the doors, and you've erupted out into the chaos that is all of the guards on campus fighting eels. You see there's a commotion going on over at the mess hall, and you also see a form sort of slumped behind a pretty satisfied looking eel head that isn't being engaged by anyone.
Do we see anyone we know in particular?
Well, you see a golden boy laying unconscious on the ground. Septin, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The one behind the rock.
Well, he's on. You're
Pile
on
of
this,
mud.
You're on the same side of the pile of so, eel, pile of mud, Septin, you guys. So you can see him behind the pile of mud. The eel can't. Seems.
Okay. How hidden is he from everything else?
You know, he's looking pretty hidden. He's also looking like he's bleeding out, though.
Yeah, I'm already casting Good Berry, so berries appear in my hand. Should we go help him?
I.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna do this version over. Oh, sorry, I need to put you guys on this map now.
So wait, what building
We're on
did you
the
guys just come out of?
The tower.
The big one?
The tower?
Aye.
Wouldn't you have to run past the mess hall to get to me?
No.
No.
Tower's exit is under the bridge.
We took the back door?
Yeah. Am I picturing the Hagen Estate wrong?
Yeah.
I think you are.
I guess so.
I think you gotta be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Tokens. There's a lot of subdirectories that I'm scrolling through right now. Tokens! Alright. So here is, at the end of 2 turns, with your lead, you can make it up to Septin. And I need to give you guys ownership. I will say, okay, so Tether goes to Tether, and Tern goes to Tern's little big top adventure party time. Cool. You should have access to your characters now. Yep. I'm gonna say.
We're at the wrong map.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm still at the mess hall map.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have
The greens.
made
eating
your
animals.
way here. That is what you did. You'll certainly noticed, though. Should keep that in mind. Why don't you two roll initiative for me? I don't like that I can see your name running around the map. That's so.
How do you do that?
I can point at things.
How do you
Wait,
do
what?
it?
Oh, cool.
That's really. How do you do that? That is an incredibly
The only reason I accidentally discovered this is my mouse has a button on it that I map to the space bar, and I accidentally pressed it.
Shit!
Space bar can point at
Oh
things.
fuck yeah! Look
That's
how cool
a game
we are!
changer.
Is this what you want to see, chat?
Yeah! Alright, that's a huge game changer.
That's very important, yeah.
Why don't both of you guys roll initiative while we head on back to the mess hall?
Oh man.
Shandi, you're up first.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna take a swing at the boy in front of me.
All right, go for it.
That's 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Turn.
I'm helping out.
You're not.
And that's
Right here.
8 piercing, 3 poison.
You're telling him to hit me. I don't like it.
And with that, you lop this poor guy's head off.
Goodbye.
He
Wop.
will never see his wife or children
That's some
again.
dead ass candy.
Oh, that was the wrong one that I killed. Whatever. Una. Unless you have more you want to do, Shandi.
Nah, I'm good.
Cool.
Oh man, like help me with this guy. But all right,
Nah.
come on,
You're on your
come
own,
on,
rogue. You don't.
come on,
You don't.
come on, cats 2020. Yeah, 21.
21 with your short sword. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll hit.
boo-ba-doo. And that's 8 points of damage.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
And freaky new dagger. Let's go. Oh wait, that's not a D20.
Who needs it? Roll whatever you want.
When you want to flex and roll a d12 instead.
That's only a 13.
13 is not enough to hit through
Yeah.
the chainmail. Cool. On his turn, he is going to
Uwuna. Oh no.
run over here and eat.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
God.
And he is
Chelsea,
gonna
your
heal
mom could be watching.
4.
Who do you think taught me the F word?
4. Yum 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 yum.
Actually, it wasn't my mom. It was my friends in 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, 3rd
Is
grade.
this guy the
Say the media.
backpack Dora the Explorer?
Yes, that was the sound that I was thinking of. I almost said delicioso instantly afterwards. But I'm glad you still got it. 2 more sweet treats are rain from the sky, and she says, sorry, that's all I have. You are on your own, but we are gonna flip-flop on over here. Tether and Tern, roll initiative.
Here, I rolled and my other but I'll roll with the thing.
I mean, you can just
I
put
like-
yourself in and edit your initiative if you want.
Oh well, then I will do that.
How do you do initiative on here again? I have the initiative window
You
up.
click yourself, and then you click initiative, and then you add your dex modifier.
It's acting really weird where it's like showing half the window and it's like glitching out. Oh, what's going
Fine.
on? Maybe I have hardware acceleration on.
Click on myself. Initiative. Hold clear. Where's
Hardware
that?
accelerated map tool. What does that even look like?
I mean, it's like a default setting that's usually on a lot of programs, but sometimes, have you ever like used a menu and like when you scroll over it, the options disappear and then like you can sort of see, well, you're not looking, never mind.
I'm
Can I
looking now.
set my initiative?
I'm
Do you see
looking
how
now.
like my whole menu's
Yeah,
like
I'm
glitching out?
clicking and
Yes.
it's not showing up.
Okay, what's your dex, Tether?
Can you put in my dex, Blake? Oh, I rolled a 17.
What, Tether, what's your dex?
My dexterity modifier is 4.
Okay, and I'm gonna add you to initiative, and I'm gonna set your initiative to 17. I
Alright.
need to sort initiative. Or not. Whatever, you go here. Alright, Tether, you're up first.
Okay, I'm gonna use an action to force feed Septin a berry.
Septin, you got 1 HP, and you're not inside
Damn.
an eel. Though you don't probably remember the moments leading up to you being
Well,
eaten by an eel.
That's what I was gonna ask. Do I remember what happens when I shift?
That's sort of up to you.
I would say yes, even if not in control.
Sure.
I would, because I knew I was trying to.
Yeah.
You're like when Frodo puts the ring on and it's all like shifty and shadowy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I see you.
Sorry, your character, Peter. Don't let me.
No. I was thinking of another thing that's like very similar to that.
Cool.
But yeah. What is it? My turn.
Unless
No.
Tether has anything else the Tether
No,
wants
no.
to do.
Yeah, so I force feed Septin a berry. I drop the other 9 berries on top of him, saying, "These are for you." And then I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my shield.
Cool. Now it's your turn, Septin.
All right, I'm gonna say thank you. Thanks, Heather, but I don't think I have time to eat all 9 berries, and I'm gonna slap myself with a cure wounds. and see if I can get healing a little faster. Although I might not if I lowball this. I rolled the minimum.
It happens.
Cool. All right. Guys, I'm gonna be real. I think we should run from that. I tried to take it on and it went kind of poorly.
Oh, we're running from something too.
Coincidence.
What can I?
It absolutely knows where you are, though. Now, by the way.
Oh, okay. It can see us.
Yep. It saw two people run up behind this mud blob, and now it's hearing noises coming from behind the mud blob.
Cool. What can I see? What's going on?
Like, just generally?
There's this eel right here.
Yeah.
But what's going on in like the other?
The other
300
eels
vision.
heads are being attacked by various members of the guard force. You can see some of them getting eaten. You can see Captain Sheena fucking going head to head with one and just incredible feats of strength as the eel sort of like crashes down towards her. She just one-arm shield blocks it and just stabs it upwards, holding off this massive eel's weight with just one arm. But yeah, nobody seems to be looking much at you. You do hear a lot of commotion and what look to be explosions coming out of the windows of the tower of study, and you also see that Nalere is standing on the balcony throwing stuff down from the mess hall towards a group of guards, it looks like.
Are we fighting this eel or are we running away?
Try talking to the eel?
No. I can't do that, Tether.
Well, is the eel going to fight us?
Yes.
Well, if you want.
We can attack it while we cover your escape. I mean, I have a bow. I can just shoot at it from here.
I can just kind of
that's
stay
doing
a
okay.
distance away too, I guess.
Like,
Or
the
if you
eel
guys
really
want to
gonna-
wait, do you guys want to wait 10 minutes until I
Oh,
can try to speak
no.
with the eel?
I don't think we have
probably-
10 minutes.
We have a friend of ours coming chasing us from the inside, and she's due outside about any minute now. So we should
Yeah.
probably keep running.
Yeah.
Someplace safer, like
Uh,
I
Can I go
don't
back
know.
to our place?
Oh my gosh.
You want to go back to our place? All right.
Your place
No,
isn't...
That's right over there next to the eel.
Uh-oh.
Your house on the lake is being used as a stationing area for injured guards at the moment as they fight eels directly next to
Keep
it.
forgetting it's on the lake.
Yeah.
So if we came out of the building and then we saw Septin on the ground, if we keep working our way away from the lake then and just around to the other side of the building, what's over there?
The teacher's houses.
The teachers' houses are over there. The sparring arena's over there. Yeah,
Because my idea would be just get away.
I can do this for you.
I mean, if you want,
So you're
we know-
like...
Alright, so
up
hold on.
You're... No, sorry. Lake is here. There you go. So you're like here right now. Oh, I can point. Bada booey.
Okay, I would like to bring up my point once again, that in order for them to get from the tower to the lake, they had to pass the mess hall.
Yeah, but the fight is happening here.
Oh, I see, okay.
So we see them.
Now you do, yeah. What you see is a woman standing on top of the balcony throwing desserts down at a bunch of guards, several of whom are lying dead on the ground.
But we don't see Una or...
Una's very short, and I believe Shandi is behind somebody.
Shandi.
You could make a check to see if you can find them.
well, I can make a perception
meta.
check.
Go for it.
Is it still my turn? This seems weird.
It's your turn.
Oh, yeah.
Your turn, yeah.
You'd hear some clanging, right?
So I can't make a perception
Oh no, yeah,
check.
you guys
I
hear giant eel attack right now. Like Una and Shandi, that is happening.
Hear the sweet, sultry sound of giant eels.
Yeah.
How far am I from the eel?
Well, let's go back to the map and check it out.
Am I within?
Did not realize we were that close to the eel attack.
Close
You
am I?
see.
Oh, damn.
50 feet.
What's the range on this spell? Oh, I could do it. It's not a helpful thing to do.
Seduce the eel.
Yeah, I just gotta take an action. I'm gonna turn and be like... I mean, it knows we're here, right?
Yeah, it's looking at you.
I'm gonna turn and be like, "Hey, eel, you fucking smell awful." I need it to make a, I want to say wisdom save. Yeah, wisdom save.
9.
Don't hurt the eel's
He
feelings.
loses. He fails the wisdom save. He takes 4 psychic damage,
Oh no.
and he
Eel.
has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yeah, no, that's
Yes,
helpful.
he do.
So are we fighting? Are we fighting the eel then?
Like, not I. Let's try
Septin
to.
did.
Honestly, let's kind of stay out of its range, but if we can hit it from there, yeah. And then I'm gonna... Let's see, is it safe behind this mud block, or...
You don't know.
Cover.
I'm gonna move further away.
Sure.
I'm gonna start to step back from the eel.
Alright, your turn.
Well, then I'm gonna pull out my longbow and fire a shot at the eel. 20 when?
21 will hit.
2 points of damage.
Cool.
And then I'm going to also move over a little bit. That's all I can do.
And the eel's turn. So, think about eels. Long. So, it rears its head
Oh, that's a lot longer than I thought.
out of the lake and tries to slam it down on you, Tether.
Oh, Tether.
And that might hit too. That is...
holding
No,
up
that
your
will
shield.
hit too. Sorry.
Disadvantage?
Oh, yeah, disadvantage. Thank you. You're absolutely right.
Don't take much damage.
16 to hit.
No!
All right, you
Yeah.
as it like slams down at you, you manage to sort of duck out of the way, and its face just like goosh, collides with the ground directly in front of you. Its eye comes like level with you, but it's the size of your entire body. It like flickers back and forth and then begins to rear up. Again, let's take it back to the mess hall, y'all. That's the wrong map.
Messy.
Shandi, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna munch on that treat
Cool.
that's up there. Get 2 back. And then I'm gonna attack Mr. Candied Soldier 2.
The last one, yeah.
Mr. Candy
Nat 20 on that.
Heyo, roll that damage. So you double your dice and then add other stuff.
So that's gonna be 22 piercing damage plus 6 poison damage.
Okay, I'm not gonna put in that because that's more than his maximum HP. So yes, he
and
is
he's
dead.
still up.
Yeah, you just stab it right through the face. Goodbye, Candied Soldier. The motorcycles zoom by. Johnson zooms by on his motorcycle.
Yeah. Johnson
and-
joining the battle.
Out of here. Oh.
Jesus. As you retract your stinger, just a broken in half lollipop falls to the ground. Una. See an eel fight.
Yeah. Did you take Shandi? Did you take this?
The one that's
No.
still on the map is still there.
Yeah. I
I'm
took the one that was here.
I'm gonna take that boy then. What was it? D4 plus con.
D4 plus con.
Okay. It's a something. I'll say that. Cool. So she's up on a balcony.
Yeah, she's up on the. There's like an outdoor eating area on the mess hall, and that's where she's standing.
Okay. I just want to be like, thank you.
Any time. Give him hell.
Uh-huh. Cool. Do we see our friends or just an eel?
Yeah, no, you turn around. There's a lot of eel fights going on, but you do see
Right.
your friends. Yeah.
I'm like look over at Shandi and be like, eel?
Though more to the point, you see a familiar buff woman sprinting out of the tower, towards them.
I think we've got other problems on our hands.
Yep. Alright, I wanna run. I just wanna start running towards them.
Alrighty, Rue. We'll take it back over to y'all. So before you go, go for it. What's up?
Well, as soon as I'm in range, I want to give them a telepathic warning that she's coming.
And what's your range, by the way?
It's 30.
It'll be a second. Before you do anything, Tether, Tern, behind you, you hear a roaring sound as Pell comes just sprinting at you. She's coming at you. She's coming at you fast. Tether, you're up.
Oh. Can I symbiotic entity?
You need to tell me what that is, because I have no idea.
No, that's the Circle of Spores wild shape.
I still don't know what it does, though.
Oh, no, it's the thing that gives me temporary hit points and stuff.
Go for it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. And it's rearing back up?
Yep. It's still in sort of a space here.
Oh, but can I still jump and hit it in the head?
Yeah, I mean, can't see why not.
Okay, I want to do that.
Cool.
$21.
That'll hit. Roll some damage.
I'm gonna roll some damage.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be 10 magical bludgeoning and 6 poison.
Cool. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so as it slams its face down to try to get you, and you take a step back, it angrily begins to rear back, but you crouch, leap up, and just bash it across the top of the head with your shield, with the momentum bringing it back down to the ground, where it just splats and crunches. You have... You straight up just took this eel to the slam jam, and now it's dead.
People's elbow.
You just Super Smash Bros. Home run bat that eel.
You spiked the eel straight to the ground. Yeah, we got the slowdown and everything.
Yeah.
Tether's gonna turn around and say, "We can make jerky for later. We should run."
I bet the cook could make eel meat taste good.
That
Eel
would
meat
be
always tastes good.
delightful.
No.
We should run.
Isn't
Already
Pell,
running.
Isn't little
Yeah.
boy on the head though?
No.
I want to see my little boy.
Nobody's on the head. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No sign of Mel. Just a lot of Mel's candy wreaking havoc. Pell, on the other hand, is sprinting in your direction. Septin, it's your turn.
Wait, I also wanted to say to the friends. Wait, if they're here, does that mean our friend is either here or unguarded?
Interesting. Maybe. I don't know.
Or was already taken.
Wait, where is
I'm not there yet.
Who of us would be Liam Neeson? I'm thinking Tern.
Oh. I do not see.
I don't think Tern.
No, but like in this scenario,
there a
Tern seems
token
most
there?
engaged in finding him.
I can put one in.
You know what I mean? Can you say the line in Tern's voice, just so I can get it in my head?
Which line? I will
Okay,
kill
we're
ya,
fine.
and I will kill ya.
Good. Okay, yeah, we're running. Sorry. Septin's turn.
Very specific set of skills.
I have a very specific set of skills.
Let's see which direction would.
I don't know who you are.
She is running in this direction. Whee!
Yes, but which direction would be our friends?
Up over here.
Then we should probably head that way.
Flanders.
Are we just running, or are we?
I run as fast as we can.
All right, then I'm gonna dash.
Cool.
And-
I'm the
Turn.
gingerbread man.
I'm going to run. And then I'm going to... I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Don't want to leave without tether. I'm gonna move here, and I'm going to ready a shove action in case she comes within range.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Cool. So, as she continues to sprint in your direction, she's going to get to about there. She is going to, instead of stopping, basically do like one of those sideways martial arts jumps, where she sort of like flings her legs out, lands on the ground, kicks a rock up Earthbender style, and goes to punt it in your guys' direction.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna fucking murder myself.
It's better than murdering us.
She hits her friend, her brother.
No.
Break your ankle.
Who is it?
Oh, brother! Or she just whiffs.
No. What does happen is a different song plays. And
She suddenly remembers it hurts to kick rocks.
it does. She doesn't care. That's not what's happening. She kicks the rock up. She spins to go kick it. Tern, you feel a rush of, both of you actually, you both feel a rush of wind sort of breeze past you as a massive swarm of birds shoots basically from out of nowhere behind Tern up towards her. Past her face, she has to sort of stop her kick and protect her eyes from the beaks coming in her direction. The rock lands on the ground and she does not kick it.
What part is that? Is it Shrek 2?
No, that's Shrek 3.
I think it's Shrek
It's
3.
three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shrek 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since she messed up, does she land like in a scorpion position, like in the hit show that Rob Dyrdek hosts? What is that show called?
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness.
I don't know what that is, and no.
Why can't you just say yes, and it's even if you don't know what it is?
The scorpion is like when you
Because-
face plant so hard your legs keep going and you
Yeah.
hit your face. Yeah.
No. She
It would
did
be
the
funny.
jump. She landed. She went to kick. So she's not in midair anymore. She's landed. She has 1 foot on the ground. She went to kick. She had to enter kick early to protect her eyes.
I love those videos of people like trying to bend it like Beckham and like scorpioning.
All right. Yeah. So, Shandi and Una, you get it within range of your telepathic thing. So what is your intent with your telepathic
Oh,
message?
I was gonna warn them that Pell was gonna come.
We know.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Cool.
I'll just be instead I'll just be like, "Hi guys, I'm here." That's not her voice, but
Cool. Yeah. You hear this voice in your head, and the birds begin to flock back towards you two. Septin, I assume you continue running. But as the birds sort of flock away, she is not there anymore. It's around this point
what
that
did the birds do?
the birds didn't send her away. They just blocked the vision for sort of a cinematic disappearance.
Interesting. Cinema.
And yeah, the other eel fights aren't done, but they are raring. They're sort of reeling down. Most of the eels look fairly injured at this point. Sheena has killed 2 now and is moving on to a 3rd. Yeah, and it's about at this point that we will exit combat.
What happened to Mel?
No one saw Mel ever.
Brooke?
I thought you said Mel was on the back of an eel.
Nope.
Oh, I'm just. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't do the eels. You guys did the eels. He wasn't like lying in wait to summon those eels. You threw some of his candy in a lake, and then the eels happened.
I think I just assumed because he was on the tree. he has to be like on top of his monsters.
On a high position. Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Okay. I see. No. Not in this case. No. Not today.
But also, I've been drinking, so.
Not today.
Hello? So is everyone alright?
I'm fine. Are you?
Just barely. We almost didn't make it out of the building.
I've been better.
How are you?
Do you
You
wanna-
look like you were playing in some slime or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in goop.
I remember the eel like biting down, and then I woke up over here on the other side of the mud. So I guess it like swallowed me, but then spit me back out for some reason.
Maybe it didn't taste too good.
Have you taken a bath
I can
recently?
imagine that.
Have you taken a bath recently? Well, the last time we were in the and the
Yeah.
eel lives in there, so you would think that they wouldn't mind the taste.
Because
Hey,
in the
have you seen
wild. Oh wait.
Luna or
Yeah.
Shandy?
Well,
No,
yeah,
we should-
they're-
They're running towards you. Yeah.
Oh,
they're coming.
there they are.
Yeah.
Found him.
Can I eat a couple more of those berries that were
Yeah.
dropped on me?
Yeah, there are 9. Eat as many as you want, baby.
How many HP do they give you?
1.
1.
Cool.
And they are enough to fill you for a day. Just keep that in mind.
Oh,
oh.
no.
Okay.
One berry
then
is enough to feed
I
you for a day.
won't eat any. Actually, I'll eat one more. Before I realize my mistake.
Yeah, you're like, oh no.
Septin could eat 2 meals a day,
Oh, no.
or 2 full days worth of food.
For sure, but you're surprised pretty quickly at how full you are. As the eels, one by one, sort of fall to the ground, no longer moving, you hear a panicked voice coming from the main gate, as you see a gnomish figure, well, size of a gnome, in a sort of blue bathrobe, a green face, hair pulled up, figure you've never seen before, just sort of sprinting towards you and saying, "What's going on? What's going on? My little chickadees, are you all right?" She get closer. This is, in fact, Mrs. Lee in her sort of evening cucumber face mask thing, running into the building as she sort of comes up to you and like tries to make sure you're all okay ineffectively. What happened?
Well, me and Tern were in the tower like we were allowed to be, and then this buff elf woman broke in through the ceiling, and we ran out of the tower, and there was an eel here, and we killed the eel.
Oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you.
I look
my
up at the roof
chickadees.
of the tower.
Smoke coming out of it.
My homework is under that mess.
Oh no, mine too.
We worked so hard on those.
I made so much glitter.
But it's
I
not
know.
safe to go up there right now. I see Captain Sheena, and Captain Sheena, who's just like actually actively pulling her sword out of the eye of one of these eels, flicking the blood off and walking over your direction. Sort of, it's like what one moment, and is going to help out some
A
injured.
little busy at the moment.
I know you guys can't hear this, but there's clapping happening.
Captain Sheena?
No, not from Captain Sheena.
I heard the clapping, but I thought it was someone at our door, and I got really scared. So
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
It is coming from the direction of the library. You see, walking towards you, clapping, Casimir Orion, the old man who funded this program, dressed in the same unassuming yet clearly well-tailored clothing you saw him in at the banquet. Lord Orion's calm smile from that event is replaced with his mouth open and agape, not at the destruction of his estate, but rather in awe and excitement. As he approaches you, he says, "Simply marvelous. I knew you were all something special, but what I witnessed tonight... well, I don't think I'd be remiss in calling it an awakening." Sort of nods to the flock of birds sitting around your feet, the glowing dagger in your hand, Una.
You've all outdone yourselves this night. My deepest apologies for not introducing myself to you sooner. I am Casimir Orion, the funder and I suppose headmaster of your program, and you've shown me tonight that my money has not gone to waste.
So is this some sort of test or something?
Oh, no, I had no idea this would happen. In fact, I will be asking Sheena many questions about it very soon, but you handled yourselves like the soon-to-be heroes I knew you were.
Well, if we're being heroes, our job's not quite done, is it? I kind of look at my friends here.
And what do you mean by that, young Septin?
Oh gosh, this is like the third time I've told this story tonight. And Septin's also like hand on his side, like leaned over on
You have like a tooth wound the size of your entire torso, yeah.
leaning over on like his rape. I guess you can't lean over on a rapier, can you? All right, we have a friend who was kidnapped and held nearby, and the people who attacked tonight had him captive. And I fear the worst for our friend at the moment. Sheena mentioned we could do something about it. Where is Captain Sheena?
Captain Sheena is approaching you at this point.
I says, something to discuss with Sheena. Very, very serious, but worry not. We will take care of it for you. You should bask in your accomplishments. I won't lie, after the first few days of incidents, I was worried that I'd picked the wrong batch, but you've proven to me that I was correct. Yes, young Tether.
Sorry about the eel.
Oh, that
Was it
wasn't
yours?
wasn't mine. I wasn't aware we had any such creatures in our lake. I knew there were eels, but of that size and ferocity, well, far be it from me.
Sheena comes up, sort of plants her sword in the ground, and does a bow to Casimir or Lord Orion. Sir, I'm so sorry. I do not know what happened here tonight.
Oh, no matter, Sheena. I'm sure it will be handled. The students here were telling me that they have a friend in need of rescue. Is that something you could see to?
And Sheena says, yes, sir, but I will have to take care of the wounded first.
Oh, yes, of course, take care of the wounded, but, I hear that the students are under a curfew, yes?
To very little effect, sir, yes.
Curfew's over. They've proven to me tonight that they should have the reins of their experience.
Sheena looks like she's about to angrily
And
disagree.
Septin had dabbed when he said that.
Yeah, Septin for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Septin went.
Yes, exactly that. It was,
She looks like she's about to angrily disagree, and then she bites her tongue and says, "Of course, sir. I'll organize that search party right away." And then she turns heel and leaves. Lord Orion says,
Well, I shall return back to my quarters for the night, knowing that I'm kept well safe by you youngsters. I see the good things in your future. Oh, boy.
then he he turns down to Mrs. Lee and says,
Mrs. Lee, please follow me. We'll have to take notes of the damage.
It's like, yes, my Lord Orion. And pulls out a clipboard from her bathrobe and follows him over in the direction of the library in the tower. And you are left, the five of you, standing in the midst of the falling energy of the chaos of this night.
Well, I think we can all agree that throwing the candy in the lake may have been a mistake.
What candy?
I agree. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes.
So-
Let's agree. We don't know what we're talking about. There was never any candy. We never threw any candy in the lake.
Are you thinking about the candy from last night?
From the soldier? We didn't take any of that with us. From like the goblin.
Yeah. Or are you thinking about the berries? I know they're nature's candy. Did you throw some of my berries in the lake?
The candy that was in our house today, remember, after class? But I don't really remember it.
Hey,
They weren't. I mean, they weren't there for that.
yeah.
No, I thought we were all there.
Yeah, no, I totally
they
thought we
they'd
were
already
all
left.
Tern and Tether were not there.
Must have happened after we left or something, I suppose.
I
but-
had berries in my room. Did you throw them in the lake?
No. This was some other candy. Don't worry about it.
All right. So the angry lava lady jumped onto the roof, punched her way through the roof, ruined my homework, chased us
homework.
through the school.
Mhm.
What do we think happened? What? Do you think they're already gone? Do you think they finished what they came here for? Who are they?
Why'd she come here?
I don't know. Whatever business they were thinking. It's like... I don't know.
Perhaps
Maybe
we knew something that we weren't supposed to know.
Maybe they followed us back from... Well,
But what's the point of following us?
who did
They
we
know where
tell
we
the
live.
story to before this happened? Because if they
Una, you
did
told
it,
your friend.
Yeah.
Is that
Or,
it?
or
I
I don't know if we kept our
right.
tracks uncovered
mean,
from when
maybe
we
they've-
ran away from
maybe they've
the
tracked
ruin.
us back to the...
I mean, I told Captain Sheena, but that wasn't until after we had started to try to break out of the house.
Right, so it couldn't have been that.
Well,
I
it could have been. I mean, it's just that they showed up like a minute after I told Captain Sheena.
I told Ellie. And then she asked if she could tell her uncle, who I think
You just met.
what?
You just met her uncle.
Oh.
Mr. Casimir Orient.
I thought okay. I'm getting Althear and Casimir confused then.
Well, now he knows. Now everyone knows.
Well, I mean, I asked her not to say anything. That doesn't mean she wouldn't, but
Well, let's let Sheena finish up what she's doing, because I think she's putting together a search party.
Should we go?
I might.
I want to help.
I don't know if I
have to.
can.
If you're injured, you should stay here.
Eat more berries.
Rest up.
I make them good.
Like tries to bring one towards his mouth and
You
like
could-
can't will himself to eat it.
Someone was throwing us healing stuff from the kitchen. Maybe you could go there. It was like just sweets raining down. It was like cool.
I don't want to think about any more candy right now.
Maybe just some water and walk it off. I don't know.
Walk it off.
Walk it off, Septin.
That's what I heard. Like parents say to kids. Not my parents ever, but they were more the stay in bed. We'll give you whatever you need type.
Yeah, the elders who raised the children of the commune said pain is learning.
That's a form of walk it off, I think.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
We should see if Captain Sheena will even let us come with her.
Yeah.
She didn't seem very receptive to that when I talked to her earlier.
I just wish there was a way, like, if we can't come, if there's a way to know that she's alright and Elias is alright. besides just taking their word for it.
Well, we don't have a curfew anymore, and as long as we don't enter the forest, we aren't breaking any rules.
True.
And that place was not in a forest, right?
No.
Right.
We could go check on it ourselves.
We could, like, happen to go at the same time as Sheena.
Like, not go with Sheena, but walk next to Sheena.
Yeah, although,
So
again...
You know, when you
it
just like
appears that we're heading in the same
end up going in
direction.
the same direction.
It's like
Right.
each step is a coincidence.
Again, I
Perhaps
really
we should
don't
go...
feel like I'm, like, up to it, but I'll go if you guys want
No.
to.
I think no, Septin. Maybe
Eat a berry now.
no. Maybe hang back.
I want to
Force
go.
himself to eat another berry.
I want to go find Sheena and see how I can help her wrap up business here so she can get to her search.
Cool.
soon.
Fast.
She's
that-
yeah.
I'll go. With
I
you.
can feed my berries to the injured.
Right, tend the wounded.
Cool. So you all just heading that way?
Yeah.
Heading over to wherever the Sheena and the guards are.
Yeah,
aren't
no,
the-
she
Yeah,
is.
and the guards.
It's your house, basically.
Yeah, that's a band. That's a band name.
Your house is sort of the staging area behind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess more in front of your house is the staging area right now for the injured. And you can see Sheena is now sort of marshaling a group of uninjured soldiers to be led not by her but by Johnson to head down to the south while she continues to take care of what's going on around here. As she turns to see all of you, she says, "Good. I'm gonna need at least one of you to show Johnson the way to this ruin."
How about 1, 2, 3, 4 of us?
Tern's a pretty good tracker. I'll remember where it is.
I can track too.
And Tether.
As long as Golden Boy's staying here and being tended to, that's fine by me.
Yes.
Fine by me.
Alright, when can we leave?
Whenever you feel up to it, Johnson is in charge. But
Is it the 4 of us and Johnson?
no, and she points. It's Johnson who's leading up like a battalion of like 6 knights. Johnson
Those
is
two
in charge of you as well as the other soldiers. So if he asks you to
Great.
do something, you do it. But you lead the way on account of you know where your friend is being held.
You know what? I think I gotta go with you guys.
You're staying here, Golden Boy. I have more questions, and you have a wound longer than most things I've seen.
Septin throws up a half-hearted dab with his good arm.
She rolls her eyes and shakes her head. Be off when
Septin
you...
gold or orange?
You know-
Question.
I've been thinking orange. But-
She's just calling you Golden Boy.
Oh,
Pony boy.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wouldn't you like to know
Stay
whether
orange,
boys?
Golden Boy.
Stay pony, golden boy.
I didn't want to call you Orange Boy. I felt like that might be. See, it doesn't really have the double meaning, you know.
Alright,
All right.
well, I would like to go immediately.
Okay.
Talk to Johnson. Let's get.
Johnson.
And she goes over to you, grabs your injured side arm, puts it up over her shoulder, and starts walking you towards the kitchens.
I thought you said Papa Johnson.
Yeah, Papa Johnson. Cool.
Wait.
Yeah, and so she's walked you, Septin, to the kitchens.
Okay, are people being tended there or in our house?
There was a staging area during combat, but they're now slowly being brought to the mess
Got
hall
it.
because it's the largest sort of indoor space they could be stationed here. Yep. And the rest of you, yeah, Johnson's like, "Hey guys, don't love that you lied to me earlier. That wasn't my favorite thing, but I am glad to see you're all alive. So please, if I say something out there, listen to me. It's just the best way for all of us to survive this. Really, we're on the same tier. We're on the same team here."
He's such a camp counselor.
We're on the same tier. Scrub. In your dreams.
Fuck! I said the wrong word and now they're making fun of me.
Well, Private Welly Johnson, it's
No.
always a pleasure. That is his legal title.
I'm not a private, but thank you.
What are you?
Told you.
I'm a guardsman.
Told you.
This isn't a military. We're guards.
You can be a private person if you want to be.
What joke?
All right, well, let's.
Wait, no. What joke?
Let's
did I
go.
ruin?
We'll lead the way, I suppose.
No,
Right?
but will you tell me what joke I ruined?
Una, you didn't ruin the joke.
God
You
did.
said I ruined the joke.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Private Welly Johnson.
Who are you doing?
Okay, well.
It works that way.
All right, why don't you guys lead the way, and you're all sort of in a position fit to go.
Right. Who's leading? Me? Tether?
I think
Both?
both of us, yeah.
Are we
the one.
survival checking, or are we
Yeah,
just
give it a
know
survival
where
check.
it is?
DC's not going to be
Survival
very
check.
high because you sort of have a good idea of where it is. You're just coming about it from a different angle this time, so.
Right.
Now I'll guide you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So can we get that sweet check?
Right.
17.
18.
Nice, yeah, easy enough. It takes you a couple hours, but you do, in fact, lead William Johnson and his company to the ruins. And as you get there, they are cold, dark, and empty.
Just as I feared.
Well,
This is where we met them before we came back to camp.
hold on. We can look for clues.
Right. Let's
Um,
investigate.
he turns to his men. He says, "All right, spread out, investigate the perimeter, look for anything unusual, look for anything related to, you said, candy or magma,
Yeah.
We're kicking rocks.
Or ice.
We're punching rocks.
or ice. Candy, magma, or ice, or rocks." All right, move out. And they do.
What do you want us to do?
I'm gonna stick with you. What do you think is the best move here? You were the ones who've, encountered these individuals before. You're the ones who've been here before, so I'm gonna leave it to your judgment.
Does anyone remember that song that the boy was singing? He
Wait.
said, no matter what, we could always hear it. If we were of pure of heart, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. What did you just say?
What?
About singing a song and you could always hear it if you're pure of heart?
A friend of ours were searching for.
Is Private Willie Johnson a pure boy?
He said there's a song that no matter how far we are, we could hear it if we're pure of heart.
Does it go something like this? And like very off tune, out of key, off tune. He sort of sings a little bit of
A little
of
something like
Elias's
that.
song.
Right. But I'm not a very good singer. Una, can you sing it?
No.
Damn, if
Sean.
only someone who'd been practicing was there.
Andy? I thought Septin knew it best, but he's not here.
When he was playing it, I was playing the drums.
Alright, play those drums.
me-
Let's see if we
wait.
can hear it.
Yeah.
I'll try and hum it, sure.
Let me try. Performance. 7.
It's not great.
I would like to try it as well.
Go for it.
I'll guide you.
Oh, you'll guide me.
You can either play the drums along or you can guide.
Fine, I'll guide.
Drums is like guiding me. The rhythm guides my 14.
14. It's recognizable.
I'm no songbird, but I know a couple of songs.
You sing it.
Do I hear anything?
No, you do not.
Strange. So, you've heard the song
good.
too?
Yeah, I
Welly.
heard it coming from the forest. I thought it was just sort of, my imagination, but
No,
Glad to know
that's
I'm
the
not
call of
insane.
adventure. Right. Well, all of us might be.
If they
Alright.
had to move him from here, I'd imagine they would have to use some sort of cart or wagon again. Should we search for
Right.
tracks along
We
the
should search-
perimeter?
We should search for tracks, and we should also see how that perimeter check's going. I don't want to get closer until that's done.
Well, so they said it was somebody from the school, right? Well, we're
Right.
assuming it's somebody from the school. Would they take him back to the school or somewhere else?
I'm assuming somewhere else. We never saw him at the school.
Right, but remember, it might not be our school. There's a slim chance it's the other school. There's 2 schools.
You
even
know,
if this one is
I never
closer.
considered that.
I said that last week.
Did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have any jurisdiction over Felfrit College.
That's fine. We should probably search for tracks then, I suppose,
Alright.
and see what
Yeah.
information we can dig up.
All right. The perimeter check comes back. There's nobody in the area. There is no wagon. There are several candy wrappers just sort of littered around the inside of the ruins, as well as a sort of space inside the ruined tower where the dead grass underneath it is frozen. It's thawing, but it was frozen fairly recently.
Right, so it's search for tracks, I suppose, then.
Cool. The
Yeah.
survival check then.
Alright.
Um,
Is this... Alright,
Our-
so I rolled a flaccid 20.
Cool.
I was also gonna try to search, and I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Hey.
he rolled an erect 20.
No.
What you do find is not. I mean, you see evidence of people having been here for a while. What you do find there's no tracks of wagons or really those same people leaving. What you do see is one in sort of a muddy section where the grass has died out. One massive bird footprint.
Just one?
Yeah, I mean, you assume the other one was on the grass, so it didn't leave as much of a print. But
Did they leave on a bird? Like, what sort of bird could make it? I'm a roll nature check.
I also will.
11.
okay.
11 plus nature is 3, so 14.
You've heard of giant birds before. You don't know very much about them, but you know they exist.
I've heard of giant birds. I think one of them is made of stone because it's a rock.
Right, that sounds right to me. I mean, I would assume the same thing. So it looks like they left, right?
They're not. It doesn't seem to be here anymore. No.
And if they're left by air, that'll make them significantly harder to track.
Yeah, because when you're flying, you don't leave any tracks on the ground.
Good point.
So, well, Johnson, I don't think anything's here unless we want to search inside for more clues or anything like that.
I mean, we'll do a little bit more of a search. Maybe grab some of these wrappers, take them back for study. But quick
Don't need to
question.
make them
Don't
be
eat
a
them.
find.
Don't eat
Oh,
them.
we wouldn't. Don't worry. After what you've told us, not going near that. Quick question though. When he points sort of down the road where just a flock of birds is hopping after you turn, what's going on there?
I don't know. I think well, I like to feed the birds around the school quite a bit, and I think some of them think that I'm their mother or something.
All right.
So
So unrelated to this whole thing.
let me see something. I turn around and I hold up my little finger, and I'm like,
A bunch of the birds take off, but only one of them is able to fit on your finger, really. So
They're fighting
they can
for
sit
it.
on my horns
yeah,
and
no,
things
they
like that.
one of them sits on your finger, got some on the shoulders and stuff.
I turn back to Johnson. Well, this night just became much better.
Oh my god.
I can ask them if you want to wait 10 minutes.
The birds, if I went to... I think they're fine. I think we can keep walking and they're just gonna perch up there for the night.
Yeah, but did they see anything?
Oh, I don't know.
These
They're
birds,
on-
these are the same birds that distracted Pell earlier. They just have followed you from the school.
Oh, these birds were in the school. We ran through the we were escaping through the school from the rock punching lady, and these birds helped us. It's very nice of them. I don't know if the school uses them for anything. They were above the classroom.
I don't spend a lot of time in the tower study, but I'm sure you could ask around. Okay, well, we're gonna grab some samples and then start heading back, I guess. I'm sorry we couldn't find your friend.
Me too.
And that is
Our parents.
what happens. Meanwhile, back in the dining banquet mess hall. Okay. Septin, you are sat rather roughly down at one of the tables. As you see a lot of the furniture is being pushed out of the way, or sort of blankets are being laid down on top of tables to sort of act as makeshift tourniquets. Chef is out and about. He's bringing all sorts of warm liquids to and from, as well as the rest of the staff. You see Nalere sort of burdened down by these sweet roll-looking things that she's handing out to wounded people. But before either of them can get to you, Sheena's going to sit down opposite you and say, so you understand that this probably wouldn't have happened if you guys had been honest with me, right?
Yes, Sheena, didn't we already do this?
Just like to sort of check over things, make sure these lessons stuck. I saw you get eaten. How are you alive?
I don't know, it probably spit me back out.
It absolutely did not.
Wait, you saw me get eaten? Septin, that immediately dawns on Septin.
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty far away, but I saw it go down and leave, and then you weren't there anymore.
Oh ho ho. That was me you saw.
I mean, it's where you were, yes, I don't...
Right, good. Sorry, a little fuzzy from the being eaten.
Yeah.
He's trying to see if she noticed.
I can tell, yeah.
Shift there. Yeah, I don't know. It must have spit me back out. That's all I could think of.
It didn't.
I don't know. I mean, they said we're here because we're special, right? Oh, wait. I can, teleport, remember?
Oh,
you weren't there. You weren't there that day.
So you just teleported yourself out.
I must have right before I blacked out.
Very well. All right, well.
I don't really remember it, but that's all I can think of. Hey, let me help out. I have, one more healing spell in me if you got, somebody who's really, really hurt.
I think we'll be all right.
All right.
You should take a rest yourself. Oh, here comes Putin.
Good.
Thank God.
Glad he's here for this scene.
You made it.
I know, I got the message.
Yeah, take a rest. Let your friends know that I want to see all of you in my office at 5 p.m. tomorrow, alright? I need to sort out all the details and we need to make a game plan going forward. How's that sound?
The game plan for what?
Finding and getting rid of these people who've been attacking you and, by proxy, me.
Sounds good. Hopefully they come back with some leads.
Here's hoping. And she sort of claps you on the back a little bit too hard. Toughen up! And then she stands up and walks away. Goes to check.
I gotta get some better equipment. I look at my gashed open armor and my rusty ass.
Yeah. It's not looking great. Cool, yeah, you're there. Sooner rather than later, Nalere makes her way over to you and sort of plops a sweet roll down in front of you.
Oh, God.
So, what's eating you?
Alright, I'm gonna give you that one. It was really good.
You alright?
I'm alright. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna, start eating the sweet roll. Even though I'm incredibly full.
You will get the healing effect, 1d4 plus con.
D4 plus con. It's not great. I lowballed it. I am really just slowly ticking up in health. Nalere.
So I helped out a couple of your friends who were fighting guards who would seem to become mind controlled by candy. What's going on here?
Oh boy, here's number 4. Okay, so there's these guys, right? A guy and a girl, brother and sister, I'm pretty sure, named Pell and Mel. They seem to be causing trouble in the woods around here. In fact, they kidnapped a friend of mine named Elias, a singer guy. Maybe you've heard some singing coming from the woods? Probably not. Anyway.
Ouch.
Septin's really just rambling.
Alright, okay, cool. But this candy, how does that factor out?
We're getting there. We're getting there. The older or the larger girl is a normal fighter who's throwing rocks around and shooting lava and shit. Meanwhile, her little brother has this weird like magic candy that I guess lets him. Honestly, it kind of does every different stuff. A few times we've seen it, but it seems to like mind control things that eat it. Some people have a theory that's why the eels started freaking out. Maybe he threw some candy in the lake. But it seems like he also gave it to some guards and they got mind controlled. One warning to whoever's healing these guys. One time we saw the candy in someone's mouth and then it got taken out and they instantly died. So like,
Oh, the ones with candy your friends killed. They're dead.
oh, all right, not great, but
Well, hey, it was a life or death situation.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
I would have done the same. That's interesting, though. You're saying candy with heinous magical effects.
Are you familiar with it? You're a lot more familiar with food than I am.
No, I'm gonna have to talk to Chef about that. I mean, as you can see, dabbles in magical food. He might know a thing or two. Thanks for the heads up. And
Yeah, of course.
feel better, I guess.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, no problem. And as she leaves, she hits you a little bit too hard on the back.
So I'm just gonna pick up his rapier, and if anyone else comes near, just like point it at him as they walk by.
Yeah, a couple of guards are like,
to make sure no one else is clapping him on the back.
Cool, yeah. Not too long. I mean, I guess a couple hours later, the other group makes it back. Your house was, for the most part, undamaged. Your back porch is a little fucked up, but your rooms are as you left them.
We're never on it.
No, I mean you hung out on it earlier today, back before things went bad.
But it's so hard to get to. There's no door from the back of the house. You have to get out from the front, loop around,
Or just jump out the window.
or just jump out the window.
But yeah, you're all back. You're back in your area. Johnson is still standing outside, but he has made it clear that he's not there to keep you in. He's there to keep other people out. Sheena's orders. And yeah.
Wait, Tether wanted to make a joke. When she got back, she wanted to say, we came back with some leaves instead of leads.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I liked it.
This is her reaction. This is her reaction to waiting. Like,
Johnson gives you a chuckle, but it's pretty clearly a pity chuckle.
I think I'm going to bed then, I suppose, at this point.
Cool.
yeah.
The birds are all sitting on your windowsill, by the way.
Feed the bird.
Boys' room now
A
just
new,
has
a new addition to voice room.
Yes.
I open the window.
and they all just hop inside.
Can I come back home to go to bed?
Yeah. I assumed it. You'd been released. Yeah, you're more than
Yeah.
welcome.
I'm limping back into boys' room.
You do so as the window's being opened and like 20 birds are just hopping in.
Oh, we got birds now. That's cool. Did you guys find him?
No,
At least their turns.
I'm
They've
not
done
just going to
the-
say that to boys' room. I'm going to say that to the whole group before. Nothing?
Oh, not the birds. You're talking about... No,
Oh.
we didn't find him. But, do you think you could sing the song and see if you hear anything?
I can try, and I'll pull out my pan flute and see what I can do. Performance check, I assume.
Yep.
All right. 16.
16. Yeah, you play it really well, and the birds actually start whistling along to it, or cooing along to it. Whatever birds do.
What type of birds are these?
You said
Like
songbirds.
Are these like songbirds?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, no response.
They have an arbor. We have a terrarium.
I don't like that.
No, I fear the worst for our friend. Because
Doesn't make any sense.
he said no matter what, we'd be able to hear.
Right, unless we're not pure of heart anymore because we gave up on our friend.
We do lie a lot.
Right, but for right reasons. We're doing good things.
Oh, I know how to test it. Can I lean out like the front window?
Sure.
Or no, I'm just gonna bust open the front door. Hey,
No.
Johnson,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
I heard a flute and some birds.
All right, well, then it's still work. Oh wait, no, I don't know that he knows, do I?
Mm-mm.
But also,
Rats.
the magic isn't the song; it's him singing the song.
Yeah, it's not too excited.
Like,
You know what? Septin isn't aware of that. Septin isn't aware of a lot of things in this scene. Never mind. I don't know why I thought this would be helpful.
hey, it sounded nice. How you doing, by the way?
I've been better.
Cool.
I've been better.
Well, makes sense. And he gently pats you on the back.
Septin, were you on
Cuts
the...
his head off.
Yikes. Septin, were you on the top bunk before, or was I? I don't remember.
I was the bottom.
Right. That probably makes sense because I think these little birds would like to perch along the top bunk.
Yeah, no, you can keep staying up there. I don't really want to climb a ladder right now.
Cool. And as you all go to sleep, you level up. Level 3. Yay!
Hey.
And now your mysterious abilities that unlocked randomly are part of your class. It worked out, honestly. Rolled enough nat ones to do that for most of you guys.
That was very cool.
I had already gotten there.
Yeah, you were already there, and Peter didn't get the same opportunity because he died instantly. But, other than that...
I'll be honest, I took one hit tonight.
Oh, yeah. It was just a big hit.
Yeah.
I think a hit that would have killed most any of you had it hit you, but... Because that was not the maximum amount of damage it could do.
I'm gonna be honest, Blake, when I was reading, or for some reason when I was thinking about the shift, I was like, oh, it gives temp HP.
Oh, no.
And then I was reading how much, and I was like, it doesn't give temp HP.
100% does not do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume most of you have most of your level 3 already ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changing
Already.
some numbers
I'm
around.
Yeah.
I just gotta write some stuff down.
So,
I just got second level spells.
as you do that, we will transition bada bing, bada booey to the next day.
Boom, boom, boom.
As you wake up to the sound of construction. Yay!
And songbirds.
And yeah, in the boys' room, you absolutely wake up to the sound of songbirds. It's quite loud.
Can we
Wow.
hear them
Almost
from
deafening.
the girls' room?
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be fantasy. I wake up to construction every morning because they're redoing my roof.
But yeah, songbirds first, and then the sound of construction. Though it's not as annoying as like modern day construction because it's mostly magic. But there's a lot of gruff voices yelling and the sound of things sort of like knocking against each other. As you can look out the window and see that the top of the tower is being rebuilt, and as well as just various people, probably a lot of the same people you saw on your first day here, not but like 2 or 3 days ago, fixing up the library, going in and out of the tower.
I open the window and let the birds fly out and find some breakfast.
And they go. Johnson calls
Well?
up through the window and says, "Hey, 2 projects were dropped off here this morning."
I go to the front door.
He hands
Aw.
your Tern and Tether's projects to you, Tern.
How are they looking?
Mostly good. Tern's, yours is a little singed around the edges, and Tether's is a little dusty. Other than that.
Right. I think that was probably his glitter, so it's supposed to be that way.
Sure.
Yeah, my glitter. And you know what? It probably makes our projects look like those projects everyone did in like 3rd grade, where we had to like write a letter like we're from Pompeii or something, and you had to make
Right.
it.
You like. Right.
Yeah.
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 You put it in the oven. With
You
the
like
lemon.
dab it with a tea bag.
Yeah.
I-
Use a lighter to cinch the
Oh.
edges up a little bit.
I did that a lot.
Tether.
I used to do that for handouts, for D&D handouts. I used to burn the edges.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. Are we waking up?
Yeah.
Okay. Tether, you wake up to Una, like blinking a blade in and out, and just staring at it. Very kind of scared looking, but
That's fun.
Each time you bring it into existence and get rid of it, it alternates between black and white.
that's so cool.
So I'm assuming there's no classes today, right? Or maybe there is.
Absolutely, our classes today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's class today? Oh,
Yeah, your
right.
projects are due, man.
probably get
Your
this-
projects
Why-
are due, and you have a politics class afterwards.
All right, well, let's go handle these
Well,
projects.
projects are due at noon. Your class is later. Though Johnson does inform you that calisthenics has been canceled this morning, as a lot of the guard forces assisting with the rebuilding process.
Right. Well, I suppose I will go to the library and try to finish my project, because I did not finish it nor did I have the intent to finish it last night.
Fair. All right, cool. What are the rest of you up to?
Well, I'm gonna start the tradition now of like pretty much every day that's not like a combat day. The night before, Tether uses her remaining spell slots to cast Good Berry. And she uses the remainder of those good berries from the night before, the night after, to compost the mushroom garden she's planting beneath our porch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so about that, your porch kind of got smashed up.
Oh no.
Mushrooms are resilient. I can help.
I'll say one of the mushrooms made it out unscathed.
Okay, then it's easy to spread them.
Easy to spread.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
So I'm gonna start composting. Also, Una agreed to it, so Tether's gonna add a lot more soil into our room until it carpets.
Like 2 handfuls at a time, just walking in and out. Like,
Yeah, Johnson gives you a questioning look when you keep bringing soil into the house, but he's not gonna comment too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sees Una, he's like, okay.
Once boys' room is emptied out, Shanti is gonna stand on the opposite side of the room and cautiously raise his hand up towards his weapon stash.
Which have
And-
you designated?
The stinger.
Shoom! It appears in your hand.
Alright, he's gonna put it down and then go out into the hallway and do it again.
Shoom! It appears in your hand.
Alright, he's gonna put it back one more time and go outside and do it one more time.
As long as you're still within range, it appears in your hand.
I don't think there's a range
And
on
I
that.
think you're fine actually on that one.
Yeah.
Shoom! Right in your hand.
Oh. Better not be any enemies in line with you.
No, I think it.
It doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish
Burst
it'd be
through the
fun.
wall.
Ah, there's a hole in boys' room.
Oh no.
Perfect,
Is
the
it going
birds
to
can get
our
in and out.
room? Gross. Pervert.
I mean, it's anime, isn't it?
Which one of us is the perverted kid with the balls on his head?
Peter,
I can break
Peter, the
right
only
now.
one who doesn't know exactly who we're talking about.
I don't know what's happening. Oh my god.
I don't
Oh,
know
wait, wait, wait.
exactly what we're talking
I love
about.
Ricky.
I've just
I
seen
don't-
the picture.
We watched some clips of
We
him.
watched
Some
clips.
highlights, you could call them.
When you say like balls on your head, I'm picturing like Peter Griffin's chin.
Kind of.
You're not wrong.
Shape,
Yeah.
yes. Color, no.
They're purple. Hey, show us.
Yeah.
Winfield, show us.
Yeah, I got Winfield a shirt.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
You wearing that?
This.
How long ago did I get that to you?
Like 3 years ago.
Finally paid off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, the best payoff was seeing his
Character.
brother wearing it when
Yeah.
he was helping us move out.
Yeah, my brother like went into my bag and was like, "Oh," he was like, I had to change my shirt." This is. He came downstairs like wearing an anime shirt.
Not just an anime shirt. An anime
Not
shirt
just
of
an anime shirt.
the worst character ever put to screen. Like, ugh. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It sure do be teleporting into your hand now.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
also,
gonna
your
shrug.
other hand crackles with arcane energy. Every time you
This
do
is-
that.
Interesting. Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna breakfast.
Cool. Yeah. Good enough. Yeah. If anybody has any specific plans, Tern, I'll have you roll another thing to see if you can get more information. But-
Investigation?
Yeah, call it investigation. Otherwise, we can jump right on ahead to academics.
Septin has a quest.
What is your quest?
Septin has a new quest. Septin is gonna head to where would he start? Gonna head to Miss Lee's office.
Okay, we'll get to you. What'd you roll?
15.
15. You do manage to find quite a bit more in the way of specifics and birth lines, for Nildurian elves. I mean, they all sort of trace back to the Valhenshi, but from there you can get a better.
All right, I quick scribble in some last-minute touches to my project, and
Cool.
then that's it. That's what I spend my morning doing.
All right, Septin, you make your way down the winding corridors to Mrs. Lee's office. She is there, no baked goods this morning, unfortunately, and she is looking pretty tired. Says, "Oh, hello, my little chickadee. How can I help you this morning?"
Hey, Mrs. Lee, is everything okay?
Oh, I had to stay up quite a bit later than I usually do. Cataloging all the damage done to the property, and by the time I got home, Mr. Lee was asleep, and couldn't get quite to sleep if we don't have our special time each night. So
I am a student. I don't like this. Anyway,
what? Don't like what?
don't worry about it. I have a question for you. So as a student here, training to be a hero, I believe, is sort of what I've been told is our goal. I got banged up pretty bad last night. If I needed like better equipment, and I assume my armor is still like
It's still
torn.
looking rough, yeah.
If I needed like better equipment, is there a way I could acquire that through the school? Should I talk to Brahm?
Brahm would likely be your best bet. Unfortunately, it's not within our budget to equip you with sort of battle-ready things. We have stuff for training, if that helps you. There is, however, all sorts of stores we have good relationships with up in Kelshar. If you wanted to take a day trip up there, there's all sorts of things you could find.
Oh, like a student discount or
I think
something.
we could get you some sort of discount at it's certain stores. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll check in with Brahm because I'm feeling a little under-equipped these days.
Oh, fair enough. I'll compile a list of stores and places that we have a good relationship with. What specifically are you're looking for? Armor and weapons, then?
Yeah, probably better armor is just number
Right.
one.
Look, blacksmiths, armorers. I'll look into it. Who we have good relationships with, good things with, and we'll see if we can't get you a little bit of spending money out of the budget.
Well, that was another question. Is like, if I'm getting it on my own, do I need to like get a job,
Well,
or
if you're looking to buy things, there's all sorts of part-time jobs you could get up in Kelshar, or even here on campus. You ever played Persona 5? We're gonna do that, so look
right?
forward
We've
to
talked
it.
about this. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mrs. Lee. I'll talk to Brahm to see if there's anything I could borrow in the meantime as I look at my gashed open armor.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some training things you can do.
Thanks a
Your
lot.
armor is fashionably distressed.
Yeah. Well, I just gained a bunch of proficiencies, so I'm trying to reflect that in game.
All right. Well, best of luck. I'll throw it down. Would you like me to look into places that are hiring as well up in Kelshar?
Sure. Yeah, that might be good.
All right. And, as far as jobs you could get here on campus, I mean, they're always looking for a helping hand over in the kitchens, and I could use an assistant maybe. So, if you're interested in either of those lines of work, it could get you some spending money. That being said, I mean, we did have a bit of an event planned for the end of your first week, but as of last night, it's cancelled. So we have a little bit of money laying around. So if you all wanted to take a trip up together with one of your professors to Kelshar, maybe today or tomorrow, we could siphon some funds your direction and call it a school trip.
I'll talk to the other students. Thank you, Mrs. Lee.
All right.
I'm gonna.
So long.
Wait, I have a question. How smelly is the giant dead eel next to our house?
Oh, it's been removed.
Oh, okay.
I hope it's being harvested by Chef.
They're piled up behind the eels are now just piled up behind the mess hall. Yeah.
We're gonna be eating canned eel for the rest of the
There's a suspicious amount of eel on the breakfast menu. Yeah.
All right, then I'll leave Mrs. Lee's and go hit up breakfast.
You know what? I just unintentionally made a reference to my favorite fantasy series growing up, the Dragon Slayers Academy, because they always had to eat eel because they had a moat with eels in them around it. Anybody else know that one? Anybody else know Dragon Slayers Academy? Oh man.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna go.
I think Tether just heard some of her crickets.
I'm gonna go look at those again and make this just a Dragon Slayers Academy parody instead.
I've learned not to go back to fantasy books you liked when you were younger.
No, dude, it was absolutely written for children, but
Okay.
I know it's not gonna hold up, but I'm just gonna look for some Easter eggs for all those die-hard Dragon Slayers Academy fans out there. Nick knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, noon rolls around, and it is presentation time. As you make your way towards, yeah, get ready, you guys. We've been building up to this for like months. As you make your way up to the, yeah, you know, the room where the two of you jumped into last night, you can see that Mrs. Veerwarden is there. She is sort of worriedly pacing back and forth, and when she sees you, she says, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. Are you all right after the events of last night?"
Yeah.
Aye.
Good.
Yeah, slept it off
Just
pretty
fine.
well.
Tern and Tether, what happened to the two of you after I left?
We got chased out of the building by a big angry lady.
Yeah,
Our
she
hover
broke
almost
through the
got
ceiling.
crushed, but we
Yeah,
got
mine
dead.
was rusty.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. What horrible timing on my part. I feel I'm a bit remiss in my duties then.
Meh, we're alive.
Yeah.
I should ask, your real intention in being in the tower last night wasn't to study, was it?
No, it was to keep watch to see if any suspicious characters either left or entered the campus. And if we had saw one, then we would know you weren't the mole and we would have told you. But then things got crazy.
Not the mole. Oh yes, you said, I've read the report that someone at this school, you believe, is helping them?
Yeah. But once again, it could also be the other school.
Sure.
Well, I'm sorry that you suspected me. I didn't mean to give off an air of untrustworthiness, though I understand your position not wanting to tell anyone. In the light of last night, we'll still be doing your research assignment presentations today, but I'll go easy on you, I suppose. You've been dealing with far more than I had any idea you were, and this is a difficult assignment, so... Is there anyone who would like to go first? Yes, Shandi.
Shandi has like a giant leather-bound tome.
Oh my god.
Hey, hold on, I need a prop. Walks up. Is there like a podium in the front of the room?
Yeah. There's a podium set up in front of the blackboard.
Yeah, he just walks up and. Let's begin, shall we?
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to this. Come, and she sits in the first row of chairs with all of you.
Let's start in the beginning.
The beginning, and how far back did you get?
Oh, the dawn of House Resk, I believe, or even further. I thought I actually wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know where my notebook went. Uh-oh.
And we could hand wave it.
Yeah.
Feel bad that you wrote it down. You don't get to read it now, but
No, I think I just wrote down what you said last time when I rolled well in my research.
You know birth lines, anecdotes, every single detail leading all the way back to the days of barbarism before the House of Resk or even the nobility was established here. You can document the three different groups that eventually sort of comprise the House of Resk and their different departure dates from Salos to the New World. And you even got a little bit of your bloodline leading, not your bloodline, but the Resk bloodline leading back before into the days of barbarism. Little details a little bit more shaky, but you've gone above and beyond.
Hoping Shandy's that bro who did a book report or something in high school and didn't make it so long that it went the entire period so no one else had to.
Oh, it certainly took a while. It takes a while, but your classes don't exactly have end times, so...
Well, like halfway through the report, Tether's gonna like nudge Tern and like point up at the trap door.
I imagine I probably have one or two birds perched on my horns.
Probably, yeah.
Do you want to go up there now? Do you want to go up there now?
I mean, it would be rude to Shandy because he worked really hard. But I just really like the idea that there's birds up there.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, if any birds are left up there, most of them have been following me around since
I know, that's really nice. Do you have any names for them yet? I'd like to say hello.
I've been thinking about it. I'll fill you in after class.
Okay, also, I really don't have any idea what Shandy's saying, but I'm sure it's really good. He's a really smart guy.
It's Sean
Una, yeah.
I keep thinking Heroes! There's a character named Shandy in Heroes. And we
Una
watched
is
it
wide-eyed.
during the quarantine, but so far in the
I
past.
can't believe that was quarantine. That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Una is holding on to Shandy's every word because she is genuinely interested.
You finish up, and Miss Vera Warden sort of puts her notes down she was taking and just starts a small round of applause. Very well done, Shandi. That was... Well, you went above and beyond my expectations. I'm well aware of the Resk families, as well as other Zymorian nobles' ability to adopt into their family. I wonder, did you get any information about your biological family?
Oh, well, I hardly think that's important.
Oh, no, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
No, very well. Well, that is full marks. Plus a little extra on the side. Great job. Just put the report in the bin there, and I will return it to you with notes.
Saw that.
It's the only book I have on hand.
It's the only book I have.
I only own one book.
There's
and
only
it's
one
Goblin
book I
Born.
recognize.
It's the only book in boys' room.
It is.
It's on a pedestal.
Very well. Full marks and a little extra, leave it there, I shall grade it. There's Shandi. Just keep in mind that one's personal history, history of their blood, is as important as the history they make for themselves. Very well, next!
I can go next.
Alright, Septin, go for it.
Septin walks up with a bundle of papers. There's really no other word for it.
That kind of reminds me of like the Always Sunny with Charlie Day clip with like this conspiracy theory.
Like that is what that's what his table looked like in the in the library when he was studying. All right, so Septin's gonna get up and he's gonna launch right into his report. It starts off by going just kind of a random introduction of what Septin knows about elves, or what Septin knew about elves off the top of his head when he started.
Alright.
After that, he goes into like the origins of elves based on like Corleone. Is that canon? I like which he was able to find in the encyclopedia. He touches briefly on like, he talks about the origins of elves in Corleone. He then jumps to like elf schisms that he was able to find in the encyclopedia of like where different offshoots and subraces came out.
Yep.
He then begins to give an overview of all the subraces. He then jumps into his family specifically, which is only what he can remember and what he was able to then connect to that playbill that he found.
I see you have the playbill and just like...
Yes, it's like with him.
Yeah.
And then he goes into a conclusion and sort of the interesting things he found. However, as he hits each of these points, Septin goes off on what you can only describe as kind of tangents of his experiences. So when he talks about like the schisms, he's giving his own like what he thinks of them, or if they make sense to him or not. When he talks about each subrace, he brings up, like, you know, his experiences with each one that he's met.
Yeah,
a lot of which,
I knew a drow named Nancy. She fucking sucked.
a lot of which maybe aren't appropriate to have in a thing. Like, he has a comment about, like, yeah, I've met high elves. They used to come visit the Feywild occasionally. They could use to relax more. A lot like us, you know, a lot like us Eladrin. We're a lot more free-spirited. Not considering that his teacher is a high elf.
Yeah, no, there's a bit of a wrinkled eyebrow at that, but...
As a, like, spoken word presentation, it works okay as far as something. But as far as like
Elves.
if you just
elves?
if you just read this, it is not an essay. It's notes. It's a disaster as far as reading it goes.
Well,
But
we'll get to
overall,
that with, yeah.
yeah, that's what he gives, is that sort of overview with a bunch of Septin tangents thrown in there.
By the end, she's like, well, extensive, very personal. I look forward to reading all of this word for word, yes?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it's all right here. There's like papers falling out of his hands.
A note for the future, Septin. Generally, in academic papers and things such as this, you want to keep a more impartial, impersonal tone. Now, I understand the assignment was to find your past, so I see where your voice has shone through, but for the future, perhaps consider a more empirical form of writing, yes?
Yeah, I can try about that. Septin does not know what empirical means.
Very, very well. Then place it atop Shandi's in that bin. As far as the oral presentation is concerned, high middle marks. Good job.
Nice.
Who's next? All right, Tern.
I'll go next. I have a question about the marks. What's
Yes.
the what's the scale here with the marks?
Well,
High mark,
There is
high middle.
yes. Sorry.
Is it low, middle, high?
Well, there's no marks if you do not do the project or do it so horribly wrong that it cannot even be, seen as the project. There are low marks where you clearly didn't put a lot of effort into this, or you, and usually about the effort. There's middle marks. You did the assignment for the most part, though it's nothing impressive. You didn't work very hard on it. You probably rushed it. High middle marks, you completed the assignment. And full marks, you completed the assignment, you went above and beyond, and it dazzled me.
Alright. I step up to the front of the classroom with my project. And I begin reading through it. And it's about, I'd say, a 3rd grade reading level. I'm a slow reader, and I do the pointer on the word, and I follow sometimes I miss the line, I have to go back to the previous line. But I'm... I spent a lot of time working on this, more than I thought I would, so I'm going to read the whole thing. There's little bits of the story of Tilvea, the name of the elf who became a goblin, that I read about. When I sort of found that book, there's bits of that story mixed into my paper about just the other elves, and the end.
Tern.
I
Forgive me asking, but you are a tiefling, yes? Then why was your assignment about elves?
I really like wood elves. I think they're pretty cool.
No, I agree. It's very clear to me that elves are cool, but the assignment was the history of your people.
Oh, well then, how do you choose? Because I grew up with my family, but I've also grown up with wood elves, and I grew up with some dwarves for a while. So, how do you choose just one?
Well,
Did I have to write about all 3?
You did choose just one. You chose elves.
Oh, right. Well, that was the one that was most recent, so that's the one I was thinking about. It was on my mind the most. Was I supposed to do all 3?
It would have earned you 4 marks, but you didn't do the assignment wrong by any means. There were certainly some choice character moments in there about a woman becoming a goblin.
There's a book I found in the library is very interesting.
Yes, I don't believe I think that book was fiction. I believe.
Right?
Yes, so that doesn't belong in a research paper.
Well, why wouldn't they put that on the book when you read it? That's yeah.
I didn't get to my mute fast enough. No.
Pretty fast lead-in.
Yes, for the future, you can ask your peers, or if you think the story is too fantastical to be true, whether or not it is fiction or non-fiction. That being said, you clearly worked very hard on this, so I will give you middle marks.
Alright.
Good job, Tern.
And
Throw it in
Shandi
the
got
pile.
extra, so he can give it to whoever, right?
What?
Shandi got extra, so he can give those to whoever.
Not quite how it works, Tether.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Speaking of which, would you or Una like to go next?
Tether just looks at Una.
I'll go.
Very well, Una.
Alright. Una walks up. She's got a very neat stack of maybe 3 pieces of paper.
Sure.
She looks out at her classmates, and her face goes as white as one side of her hair. And she just starts reading the paper and sweating a little bit. Very quiet at first, and then notices she's being too quiet, and then gets a little bit louder, and then is like, no, okay, no, that's way too loud. So she first talks about kind of halflings in general, the basics of them.
Sure.
Then she gets into sort of story. It gets a little bit fantasy and story-like, where she talks about the passage she found about the explorer. coming across these strange monochromatic ones 1,000-ish years ago. And when she gets to the part of the detail about one of them specifically being half black and half white hair, she looks up and goes, and then keeps reading. Then she talks about Gul'dak and the halflings that followed him and the cult and their demise from the Brotherhood. And yeah. And throughout there she's trying to do her dad's jokes. And it's really not working, especially given the subject matter. Somewhere in there is definitely so we know that the history of halflings isn't black and white. And
Heather goes like hair.
yeah. And by the end, she is like drenched and shaking out her tunic, and
Una,
it's over.
Una, take a breath. You're done. You did it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Now, this is not an assignment to be graded fully on your oral presentation.
Okay.
To likely your classmate Septin's chagrin, so don't worry about it too much. But
Damn it.
But we should work on your public speaking skills.
I don't think that's necessary.
Well, they will come in handy if you are to occupy the position of Heroes of the Realm.
Right. Or these guys can talk for me, right?
Well, sometimes they won't be able to. But, lucky for you, that's not my job.
I'll do all the talking for you, don't worry.
We can teach you.
Yes, it's the job of your peers as well as your politics instructor, Colrill, to help you out with this. I'll let him know that you have some issues with the public speaking, but you did a great job. Your information was passed along. I'm a little disappointed you didn't follow the origin of these monochromatic halflings back through Salos, back to the days of barbarism.
Right.
But I would encourage you to look into that in the future. Regardless of getting graded on the assignment for it, it would be helpful, perhaps, to know where they came from, why they ended up worshipping this Gul'dak you speak of. Our history often dictates our future, so it could be good to know for you. For the presentation and the information, I give you middle marks. Good job, Una.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Tether, you are up.
Okay. Tether comes up. She has 3 piles of paper. One pile is all like the ripped and then pasted pieces of paper from books that she found about Zuckdemoy and all of that. That's one pile. Another pile is all the sheets of paper that she had Una and Shandi transcribe her words. And the other pile is a lot of drawings. A lot of drawings. And all the papers are decorated along the margins and stuff with like glitter and like archaic symbols and like trees and flowers.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'll say like the ripped pages pile is the shortest, and then the transcribe is a lot bigger, but then the picture one is
tall pile, yeah.
Tall pile of pictures. Okay.
Tether, before you begin, you must promise me never to rip pages out of books and from our library again, yes?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I wasn't allowed.
You're not supposed to do that. Pages have to remain in books.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. You can tell it's hard for her to be okay with this, but she's trying to not upset you. She's like, it's alright, just do your best not to do it again.
Did I fail?
You haven't even given the presentation yet.
Okay. I'll start the presentation.
Please do. Just promise me you won't rip any pages out of books again.
Would you rather me give the whole book?
No, you're supposed to copy the information out of the books.
I will do that next time.
Thank you.
Okay. My project begins with the dawn of life. And Tether's gonna go to the blackboard, and she's gonna get some of the chalk. And the entire time she's talking, she's also drawing. And every time there's a relevant thing, she'll pick up one of her pictures and like a picture book and show the class, give a nice pause. She'll randomly just hand out one of the pages of either the book pages or her pages. They're all out of order.
Sure.
I'm assuming because of the blast. And so she's like, it all started when Septin spread her first spores throughout the land, and the first one landed in the secret grove, where I cannot allow you to show you where it is, but it landed there, and the first of our order grew from the ground. And so she talks about the start of the order and how life was pretty much an Adam and Eve story. And then how but instead of a snake, it's a mechanical snake, so like a metal snake.
The Bible, but make it metal, dude.
Yeah. And how that tempted one of the group to follow it to the land of non-flickering light and stone structure. And so that started the first city. And then there's one of the most ornate pictures is the raising of that first city when the community found out. But the disease has already been put on the earth. And so then she talks about their wanting to spread the joys of nature and life throughout the land, and she's like, so there are wonderfully enough other communities throughout the world. Blah blah blah, and she talks about their pathos, their scripture and stuff, and their Genesis,
sure,
the Bible, and she all the time just drawing, and then she talks about just pretty much the 10 commandments of sinning, of industrialization and stuff, and then she talks about the 99 punishments, and she goes through all the punishments in order. And then she talks about the need to be, and then she talks about how the earth is now too far gone, and now one must return to nature in order to help it live. And that's where we are today, striving to fix what we have broken.
Very well. Tether, as far as the beliefs of your people are concerned, this was a grand project. The pages that you've ripped out of books and pasted on other pieces of paper blatantly contradict the things you just said. Did you read them?
No, Una helped me find the books, and she said they were about Septin, and
they
so
are.
I asked her to point out, and I.
But did you have your friend read them to you?
I trusted her.
This is not on her. You need to look into information other than what was told to you. Read into it, read into these facts, and let it affect your worldview. What you did is you found names of things that you recognized and handed it to me, hoping that it would do the job for you. Tether, this was a difficult assignment for you, and I knew it would be hard because you have been taught one thing your whole life, and I had hoped this would be a good opportunity for you to see that a lot of the things you were taught were lies. That is not how the world was created. That is not what happened to the first city. It is what you have been taught by your people, but if you look into, well, the accounts by everyone else as to what truly happened, you'll see that that isn't the whole or even the correct story. You did not do the assignment that I asked you to do, Tether, but you clearly put a lot of work into sharing the beliefs of your people, so I'm not going to give you no marks, but I am going to give you low marks.
Okay.
next time, well, first, perhaps it would behoove you to attempt to learn how to read. It could be helpful. If you need assistance with that, I'm more than happy to help. But if you don't want to do that, or in the interim, I'm sure your peers would be more than happy to read to you things and discuss what they mean. You can't simply just put a picture on a page and not look into it any deeper. Does that make sense, Tether?
That does make sense.
You seem hesitant.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. This is the way school works. Sometimes you don't get it right. But this in itself is a teaching exercise. And now you know what to do for the future. You need to look into different sources, find information that isn't already in your brain, and have it interact with the information that is there and form your own opinions.
Did you like the glitter?
I did. It was a very beautifully put together project, Tether. Unfortunately, that won't improve your grade. The effort is nice, but next time, the assignment as written.
Okay. She's just gonna start erasing the board.
As you're doing that, you hear a knock on the door. Miss Veerwarden looks around confused. Says, "I'll get it. Discuss, I suppose. I'll be right back." She walks over to the door. She opens it, and standing on the other side is Brom. Says, "Hi, El." No, he's not Southern. He's "Hi, El."
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, El.
Now, people change accents all the time.
We're sticking with one. Says, "Hi, El." She scoffs and walks out, but you see him wince as she purposefully steps on his foot. And he's like,
We know these two had a history.
Build
Hey,
is canon.
I am here to let you know that your politics class for the day has been canceled. Colrell has been sent to the Capitol to talk to investors about what happened last night and make sure none of our funding is cut. They're the best talker out of any of us, so it's been rescheduled for tomorrow. I'm sure they'll want to hear all about what happened, but the rest of the day's yours. I'm gonna go drink again, I guess. And he dejectedly leaves.
Bye, Brom. Tether, do you want to go see the birds?
Yeah.
Climb up there. Are there more birds up here?
Yeah, there's some birds. The cages are all broken, but there's just birds just about.
It's wild we've had this room here this whole time.
I know.
Tether, you sure grew up with a bunch of rules.
Yeah, and you had to follow all of them.
Did you like following all of them?
Well, one time, because you were not allowed to form attachments with others, because that would
To the rest of the group, just hear us talking from the room above
they just
them.
went up a ladder upstairs.
No, this is me and Tether's little secret. You guys can follow us. I mean, the door's
It's a
open.
little secret that we can see.
There's just a ladder
we just went to a trap
into
door.
another
Wait,
room.
no, you literally in class went, "Hey Tether, want to go up there?" and didn't say anything to the rest of us.
Class is over, so sure, you can follow if you want, but we climb up the ladder and we're just hanging out. Alright, sorry, continue, Tether.
No, but I found a caterpillar, and his name was Eugene, and I kept them in my pocket. I didn't have this before, and one day I looked and he was a chrysalis, and then he became a moth, and then he got thrown into the fire by my handler, and I was yelled at. But it was nice when it lasted.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
don't think I could have handled as many rules as you had. I don't really think I can handle any rules, really. I'm more of a do-what-you-like kind of person.
Yeah, I think It's weird because ever since I've been here, I've been breaking a lot of rules.
Right.
And
Well, you're with a group of people who like to break rules. Our group, I have a feeling we are pretty bad rule followers. But rules are.
well, I
just
don't think this
some-
place cares about rules that much because none of us has gotten any lashings or any burnings or any buryings or any hangings.
That's true. You're right. If they cared more, they would probably kill us.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I've also never been to a place that cares that much unless you break like a really serious rule. Like, don't kill people. That's one I won't break. I mean, unless someone's attacking me and they're like, I'm gonna kill you, then, alright, fair game, buddy, you know? That's sort of how those things go.
I always felt bad when like random explorers would stumble onto our encampment and they would have to die. I didn't like
the
that.
rules? Because of the
Yeah.
rules? Right, I wouldn't follow that rule.
Well, I never had to. It was always the older people.
I poked my head out the trapdoor. Are the three of you still there?
Yeah, can we hear this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna climb up and join in real quick. Yeah, we had a similar rule where I was from. We actually weren't allowed to fight, like, even if we were being attacked. We just had to, like, surrender. My family got, like, robbed a lot because we got held up on the roads.
That's strange. You couldn't even fight back if you wanted to?
Yeah, it was a big thing in my family. We tried to be as pacifist as possible. I then stopped doing that because I didn't like my family getting pushed around.
That's what I would have done too. Rules are so weird.
Yeah, and they're different everywhere.
Right. I poked my head back out the door. Did you guys have any weird rules you had to follow when you were growing up or something?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rules in court, but prior to that, not really.
Court. That's like what Tether was a part of a court, right? Something like that?
No, I don't think Tether was a part of a court.
No, I've heard that word
the word
before.
The word you're looking for is cult.
Yeah, what Una said.
Cult.
I was a part of the court of
Basic-
Illinois.
They-
What they're saying is a court.
Right,
So,
but
At one point, I had the highest position. I was the chosen sacrifice.
oh,
well,
That's
Shanti,
different.
were you a chosen
No,
sacrifice?
there were
of
no
your court?
sacrifices at my court, unfortunately. I
Well, they
suppose.
must have been because like I wasn't the first one, but I was the first alive one.
Hold on. Hold that thought for just a moment. Tether, you know sacrifice usually means you die, right?
Yeah, that's why they called it a sacrifice because all the other kids, one by one, were chosen for the court ceremony, and they died.
So what happened to you? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was chosen by
What a nifty
Septin
hat.
to spread her spores, but then it also made me a little sick and weak. And so then I couldn't do all the things she wanted me to, which is why I was cast out. And I think, who was next in line? I forget.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Deshaun Day, calling back to the window. Does your court
Yes.
have someone like Zugtemoy?
there you go.
No. Well, I suppose Lord Rest,
Motherboy.
but
No,
that's
you're
a
right the
human.
second time.
That's a living person, not a god.
You have a living god?
No, he's not a god.
Then why do you
met him, I
follow
believe.
him?
Well, because he's the leader.
Interesting.
So he's the envoy for a god?
No.
Then why do you follow him?
Because he's the leader.
Yeah.
But who chose him to be the leader?
Round and round we go.
I like to imagine as we're talking, we're each pushing
I
our
like-
heads out of the way of the hole
Yeah.
on the floor.
Tether, I just explained why he's the leader for about 78 minutes straight.
That's what that was about. That was really smart sounding. You deserve the points.
Thank you.
What'd you think of my project? Did you know what she was saying about fiction?
Yeah, like not all stories are like real, right?
But, I mean, I'm assuming that every story's gonna have like some form of exaggeration in them. I mean, that's what I do.
No, but like, so when I used to perform with my family, we would like put on like shows or skits or like that kind of stuff. We would like sometimes do stories that had like never happened and were like made up, and that's
Right.
like, well, yeah,
It's
but
like
it's
a bedtime story, right? Like they say, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
a fable. It happened once," but really, you're like, "Grandma, you're an idiot. This could have never happened."
no, like that kind of stuff. And I don't
Right.
think that stuff was supposed to be in our report. Although, to be fair, I think some of the stuff I probably did about like the history and the gods might be like edging on that area of like maybe fiction, maybe real.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll do better on the next one.
She said mine wasn't real.
All right. She was pretty angry about yours.
I think there were parts of mine she didn't think were real. But I swear the story about the sea elf in the bar is totally real.
It is? That's so crazy.
One of Septin's weird fucking tangents.
Wait,
Hey,
Una,
wait.
what in the pages
Never
said it
mind.
wasn't real?
Well, you seem
Also,
to.
why didn't you tell me it wasn't real?
Well, because you kind of just started ripping things up, and I didn't want to be micromanaging.
It was my project.
Yeah. You seem to miss or just skim over the parts about the sacrifices and her also being a demon.
Demon, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you do know that.
What's
Well,
a demon?
Demon, god, potato,
Right.
potato.
But in my small experience with religion, shouldn't gods want what's best for their followers and not what's best for them?
I think different gods have different approaches.
Yeah, in my brief reading of Elf Gods, it seems to just kind of be like however he was feeling that day. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but always chaos.
That's the sort of god I'd be. Tern, the god of going wherever you want. I like that.
There is a god who's sort of like that in the Seleucian pantheon. He who wanders.
He who wanders.
Yeah, Blake, tell me
If
if,
I ever hear that name, I'm gonna be very interested.
tell me if we say anything about gods that isn't in your world.
You're
That is-
Yeah.
you're doing good so far. My world
Isn't
is
that cor-
like pretend you take the pantheon from the Forgotten Realms and change it just slightly, and then that's what's here. Because making religion isn't something I'm very good at.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we supposed to do for the rest of the day?
Oh, I talked to Miss Lee about that. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I was kind of curious of like seeing that town near here and maybe like I don't know, seeing what's going on there or maybe getting better equipment. Mine's kind of bashed up after last night. She said it's possible we could head up there today if we wanted to, or maybe sometime soon. We might have to go talk to her and give the DM time to plan.
Sorry, the who?
Don't worry
What?
about it.
Is that your god?
It's all of our gods.
Sure. I think I could use an upgrade as well.
I don't know where we would get money to go shopping, but like...
I didn't even know what money was until like 4 days ago.
Where's the starting wealth table?
I mean, yeah, theoretically, you all have your starting wealth, except for probably Tether, because it wouldn't make sense for you to.
I don't even know if I need weapons again.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll just go find out what. I
mean,
see what there is to do. I suppose.
Even if
We
we're
don't
not,
have any homework. We don't have any class.
we don't have a curfew. We can just like leave and
We could stay there if we wanted.
stay in the town overnight.
Yeah, dude. You have a politics class. Well, you already had a tactics class scheduled for tomorrow morning, around 10, and now you're gonna have a politics class scheduled tomorrow at some point. But
I was
Let's go
gonna.
ask Mrs. Lee then. I mean, we're the future heroes. I'm sure they can afford us some sort of stipend.
Yeah, I asked about that. We might have to get jobs.
Uh,
It's been a while since I've had a job. But I'll do what I can.
I was gonna go garden some more.
All right, off we go, I suppose, right?
no, yeah, sure. Sorry, I didn't know if we're responding to Tether's comment or not. But I guess not. Yeah. You head over to Mrs. Lee, who says, "Oh, no, you're all here. Oh, my little chickadees. Good to see you. You interested in going into Kelshar then?"
I suppose. I mean, I suppose we have some free time on our hands.
All right.
Might as well.
I'll send. I saw Brom a little bit ago. I'll send him with you. We can give you some funds and call it a school trip. How does that sound?
Sure, sounds great. I'd love
Alright.
to see the area around here.
And I can offer you all 50 gold apiece. She sort of starts. She pulls open she like takes a key from around her neck, puts it in her desk, pulls open a drawer where it's just like jangle, 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 then pulls a bunch of bags of coins out, one for each ease.
see?
And-
What did I say?
And have any of you been to Kelshar before?
It's actually where I was visiting before I came right to here.
All right. So you know the way around the place?
Not really, I just sort of wandered into town not too long before.
Now let me give you a bit of a tour. And I am going to send you guys a picture of Kelshar. It is up on stream right now, though. So yeah, HR puffin stuff is. Oh, that's wrong.
It certainly is.
HR
not.
puffin stuff. Oh, did it not work? Okay, well there we go. Damn, I didn't set that up right.
Ooh, that was great.
HR puffin stuff. Sorry, I need to pictures. I didn't know you're going here yet, so I should have prepared this already, but I didn't yet.
Sorry, you said to me minutes ago that I could go there.
I know. There you go. So, in essence,
Damn.
this is Kelshar. In Kelshar, there are several different districts. You are down this road leading to sort of the southeast here. That is the road that you are on. So you would come into the cobbles, and the cobbles is sort of your just general city area. This is Mrs. Lee explaining it, but I'm doing it in my voice because I don't want to. There's also Flatfish Junction, which is on this large river known as the Kelshar River. The Flatfish Junction is probably like the worst part of town, and it's also based mostly around shipping down the river as well as fishing from it. Felfrit College is on the other side of the river. Fort Elmont is here. It is a Zymorian military base, of which there tend to be a military base in every major city in Zymor. Zymor has not the largest standing army of any country in Renarcia. That honor would go to Caerleone, but Caerleone's standing army is integrated with their guard force in a really weird way. Zymor's is fully distinct. They have Zymorian guards, and then they have the Magic Knights, and the Magic Knights are their military force. And then there is Ashgrove, which is like the bougie part of town. Most stores you're gonna find in the cobbles. All right. Then I go back to this, and then I go back to this. Perfect. Yeah, so she tells you that, and she gives you some frickin' cash, and she says, if you go find Brom, you tell him that I told him that he's to take you into town. Yes, I hope you have a good time. Make sure to stay safe. Stay away from Flatfish Junction if you know it's good for you.
I'm gonna lean over to Shandi and be like, we should probably also stay away from Felfrit.
It's not a bad idea.
And I wasn't able to get that list of discounted places quite yet. It's only been a couple hours, but, you know, just keep your eye out. If you let places know that you're from here, they'll either love it or hate it, so.
Good.
If you'd given me a little more time to figure something out, I could have rustled up some discounts for you, but nope.
Patience is not one of our virtues.
Don't
Well,
I know it?
Don't speak for yourself.
Speak for who?
Yourself.
What about myself?
Speak for. It's a phrase.
I'm
He's
only
speaking for
capable
himself
of
because he
speaking
can.
for myself. I can't speak like a.
Wait, is
Honestly, I just don't understand
that...
sometimes.
You can
But
do an impression.
a what?
Do an impression of someone else.
What?
Oh right. All right, who should I try?
Oh, do me!
Oh me!
Oh, that's
I'm-
pretty good!
Hello, I'm Miss Lee. Would you like some cookies? Here you go.
Oh, that's a very good impression of me, darling.
Now,
Thank
you
you.
didn't say chickadees.
Oh, hello, my chickadees.
Oh, very, very flattering. You also called me Miss Lee. I've been called that in dozens of years.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, makes me feel young again. And I'm sure Mr. Lee wouldn't mind.
A divorce.
Really? Because this morning when I was talking to her, she seemed to have a different tone about Mr. Lee.
No, she loves Mr. Lee. It's a happy marriage.
Oh my god.
Their special time.
Don't like it.
You don't know what the special time is?
Don't want to know that about my teachers.
Dirty bastard. She's not your teacher, she's your administrator, so fucking dab on
So
him, dude.
it's fine. It's on the table.
Let's get fucked.
There's actually a bird that is very good at mimicking other bird calls, the mockingbird.
In the magpie.
Right. Are there magpies here? Are we in England? Or
Or-
Australia?
What?
You're in Zymor.
Or the magpies, I suppose? Right.
Sure, why not? Sure, there's magpies here. I don't know. I haven't really thought about which species of birds live in different areas of my
I
fantasy
need a
world.
full ornithological
Yeah,
breakdown.
I'm very
of your-
sorry. I'm not doing my job as a world builder, but
I expect to see the
Raven.
Audubon Society bird book for...
okay, we'll make it happen.
Alright.
I should. If you're going up into Kelshire today, I do need to deliver a letter to Felfrit College. If you could do that for me.
Sure. We'll be going there. Into the town, so I'll take it.
All right. Oh, and how are any of you familiar with Blast Ball?
Nope. Sounds incredibly painful.
Oh no, it's a sport. It's a
I
pastime
had
of
a blast
Zymor.
ball last night.
Ugh.
Wait. What?
Blast
why?
Ball is probably if you grew up here.
I mean,
Make a history
outskirts.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were a theater nerd.
A reluctant one.
Aren't we?
14.
14. Yeah. Blast ball. It's a sport. It's a sport played between two teams. That's
Yeah.
you know there's a ball involved, and you know that the ball gets blasted. But with your theater upbringing, that's probably all you got.
Yeah, kids around my town played it.
Oh.
I was too busy.
So I've taken the liberty of signing you up for a blast ball competition versus Felfred College.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna put those nerds in the ground.
So if you just deliver this letter, it'll be sort of the roster and the sign up and sort of some of the rules. 'Cause everybody plays blast ball a little bit differently, but if you could deliver that to them, then we can get the tournament scheduled.
All right. Sounds like fun.
And we can get you all trained up. For those of you who don't know blast ball, we've got quite the blast ball expert here on campus.
Who would that be?
Oh, he's the one of them guards, the cute little blonde human one.
Coach Private Willie Johnson.
Coach Private Willie Johnson.
On his hog.
Our team name would be the Willie Johnson Strikers.
Oh my gosh.
The Willie Johnson Ball Blaster.
I don't think I can DM this campaign anymore.
Hey,
I walked myself directly into that. I was sitting here thinking in my brain, I'm like, might as well fast track the sports arc. What should I name fantasy sport I haven't fucking invented yet? I don't know, blast ball sounds good. And here we are.
we've moved on from toilets and using the outside bathroom.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if you knew this, but Mr. Johnson was actually the blast ball champion of his hometown. He was known for miles around.
He struck me as a very incredible ball blaster.
No. Fuck you.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. That was D&D, I guess. Like, we'll never play again. All right.
Includes Dungeon Party.
Yeah, Dungeon Party's
Forever.
dead. But yeah, if you could deliver this, that'd be great.
I'm sure one of us can shed their faces on campus without being attacked immediately.
I can.
Why would we be attacked immediately?
Oh, the business with the eggs.
We might have.
right.
Yeah.
Who was that angry one who was yelling at me for doing? His name was where was it?
And his dad was really important.
Yeah.
Right. His name. Oh, the mighty Ardleth.
Yeah.
What about the woman from the extinct Poor Galiglium?
Oh, she also didn't like us. Yeah, and she said she was with Felfred.
Yeah. Well.
Right, but we didn't do anything to her, so.
No, we didn't. She was just really mean.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll take your letter, and we'll find some jobs.
Thank you so
And we'll
much,
play
Jerry.
the sport.
Going to hit all the tropes before this is done. Cool, yeah, you head out.
Should we start a host club?
Dude, if you want. We can dude, we'll go down that road all day. I'll make fucking homebrew rules for being a good host. Like, we can do this. This gets as anime as you guys want it to. There's a level of anime that I want it to be. You can go above and beyond if you'd like.
We're past the level I want it to be.
I know we are, and yet you're somehow the most anime character out of anyone with your fucking Sasuke Uchiha-esque curse mark.
Hey, guess who didn't make that?
What are you talking about?
Guess who didn't ask for that to be part of the character?
You did say when I said, "Do you want this?" Yeah, that's pretty powerful. So
It's
I think
broken.
we're equally to blame here. Yeah. So yeah, you have to find Brahm and you got to deliver this letter.
Okay, my original plan was I was gonna hang back so I could garden and collect insects, but I feel like a lot of plot stuff is happening, so I should go.
It's up to you. I mean, we're gonna end in like 10 minutes, so I can make plot stuff to happen here also if you want to stay back.
Yeah, I was just gonna hang back because she doesn't like civilization.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can head back, begin your gardening. Brahm is easy enough to find, considering he's wearing, well-polished armor, and just sitting on a bench looking at some trees, sadly.
Brahm,
Yeah.
two things. One, Mrs. Lee said you were to take us into town for a little shopping and delivery and maybe some sports. Have you ever played Blast
Nope.
Ball?
Blast
That's
Ball.
the one.
How many balls have you blasted?
Nope.
I've never played Blast Ball myself, but I'm vaguely familiar with it.
Right, so we're signed up for a league. And two, you seem a little down in the dumps.
No. It's just how I am.
Alright, well, we can talk about it on our way over to the town.
We don't have to.
I mean, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You've literally nothing else to talk about.
No, it's... Then we'll walk in
Nothing.
silence, I feel like, would be better. For me, at least.
But Brahm, I do have some questions for you.
Alright, hit me with your questions. That's fine.
I mean, he's just gonna ask the same question he asked earlier
Which question?
to Mrs. Lee about, like, if we need equipment, do we need to get it from town for ourselves, or like...
Are we talking training equipment, or are we talking equipment you can kill something with?
The second one.
Yeah, probably gonna have to get that from town.
Damn.
Tried to get a bit of the budget set aside for that, but, surprisingly tight-pocketed, that Casimirian.
Rich people always are.
Where the hell is the budget going, if not to, like, the students being prepped to be heroes? You know what, never mind. I just...
that exploded last night.
Yeah.
Never mind. I said that, and then I was like, wait.
Mostly repairs. I think they anticipated a certain degree of repair to be constantly necessary, so. Also, school dances.
Yeah.
God, no.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Like, I don't even... like,
For what? For the five of us?
5 of us?
Mrs. Lee wants this to be just like a normal Bard College experience, and at Bard Colleges, they have school dances.
Oh, Tern throws down on the dance floor.
I believe it, yeah.
Oh.
Oh god, I feel like Septin probably does too.
I feel like
Tether
most
will
of you
be-
probably do, except for maybe Tether. Yeah, doing her weird, like, rave dancing.
Some 6 meters.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see Shandi
Good
dance.
workshop.
Shandi knows all the court dances.
Yeah, he can do, like,
Yeah,
a,
or, like,
a fine
ballroom.
dance, yeah.
Shanti
Where-
comes with an entirely choreographed dance number ready to go.
Tether would be like at home, like in the front row of a Bjork concert, like.
Yeah.
She's like on ecstasy, just bioluminescence.
Yeah. Your spores serve as glow sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as arming yourself is concerned, you probably want to take it to town. That being said, I mean, I know a couple of blacksmiths up there who could help you out. Owe me a favor or two.
Mrs. Lee said some will hate us and some will love us.
Yeah, I got a pretty good read on who's anti-bright futures. Which is,
Alright.
a weird thing to say, but, I guess that was part of the naming convention, too. Hard to say you're anti-bright futures, right? Anyway, let's go. And he sort of pushes himself to his feet and begins walking. Out the gate.
Out the gate.
Yeah, and you follow him. As Tether returns back to her garden, and the rest of you follow Brahm into town, we zoom out, and we see the idyllic Hagen Estate and a metaphorical dark cloud rolls over it. Because it's still a sunny day, but I want this to end like in an interesting way. But yeah, that's the end of today's session. Thanks for playing. We'll pick up from here next week when I've done more than make a map for a city and have actually populated it.
It's time for the first shopping episode
It
of this
is.
arc.
Yeah, next one will likely be a shopping episode plus some other fun stuff. So
You know how we love our shopping episodes here on Dungeon Party.
I don't know if they do. I mean, Elliot and Nick are here who saw campaign 1 and were watching campaign 2, but I think everybody else is pretty new to it. So, shopping. I love a good shopping episode personally, but regardless,
You love them, but then we did like I want to say 3 in a row,
Yeah,
and you did.
I didn't love that as much.
And I'm pretty sure the next episode, if we ever go back to
No, last episode was a shopping episode. Next,
No.
Yeah, it was.
I need to pick something up though before we leave town.
Well, you're not about to leave town. You're about to fortify town because things are going bad and there's an assassin on the loose.
Rubius needs to pick something up real quick.
Yeah, shopping episode probably next time unless something happens.
On the
Whoa.
road.
Yep. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not currently playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, you totally should be because look how much fun it is, and it only makes you want to die sometimes when the things you say are put into a different context in a horrible way.